Welcome back. Vince McKee with Cole McDaniel, Keon Sports. And everybody, thank you for rejoining us. I just did a mad dash to get back in the seat. I'm going to ask everybody for a favor right now. Please go on social media and share this link. This is the new link.
Yeah, as Vince said, this is the new link. The game is just coming out of the weather delay, and we're getting this one started here at Olmsted Falls. Olmsted Falls going to be kicking off the ball to Midview.
That is right.
Midview going to be going left to right on our radio dial.
Yep, Midview going left to right. As he said, white tops, gray trim, gray helmets, blue symbol. Olmsted Falls going from right to left on that same radio dial. They're in the all-blue unis with yellow numbers, yellow numerals, and one of the best and coolest helmets in SWC, if I may say so myself, with the Paul print. Here we go, fans. High school football underway in Northeast Ohio tonight. Kickoff bounces around the 14, down to about the 10, and that's what's going to go out of bounds. And that is definitely a flag to start the game. And that's going to move it to the 35, where Midview will take over. Again, we see a lot of people filing in the chat room immediately here. We thank you for that. Please go right ahead. Share this link on social media as much as humanly possible. We appreciate it. All right, Cole, here we go.
Yeah, and we're finally underway. You know, we had to wait a long time to get high school football back. We're excited to have it back now. You know, everything's changed. And then we had to wait again with the weather delay, but we're finally underway here. I'm excited for this game. I know you are as well.
Absolutely. Parma 441 asked if we're able to watch the game. You can on YouTube. They have a stream going on YouTube as well, locked into our audio. Here we go now. Midview going to set up shop at the 35. Week 1 finally underway. And we had to be crazy to think it would come with some drama. All right, 3 wide receiver set, 2 top of your screen, 1 bottom near us. Solo back formation. Next to the quarterback, Ethan Surdock. And he snaps it. Surdock rolls out to his right, throws. He's got his man. Hits him at about the 40, out to the 45, breaks the tackle to the 50, all the way out to the 46-yard line.
And something, Vince, you and I had talked about going into this game was with the weather. We expected to see a lot of running, and their Midview decided to come out. First offensive play of the game, a pass, and that was a strike. And
Joey Bratovich.
Good carry at the end as well to pick up the yardage and cross midfield.
Indeed. And we're going to see if they go back-to-back passing plays. Doesn't look like it. Double back formation here. Hands it off to the fullback. And about a 2-yard gain there. Looks like Joe Candela. Wait for them to say it. And Candela gets it to about the 48 of the Bulldogs, where it's going to be about 2nd down and 8.
And the Bulldogs usually a team tough in the trenches offensively and defensively. You saw it there as they were able to close the gaps quickly. Not much running room there for Midview.
No doubt about it. Opening drive of the game, 11 minutes to go here. We are just underway in Olmsted Falls. 3 wide receivers set all on that right side. Snaps it. Surdock rolls out again. Here comes the blitz from the Bulldogs. They got him wrapped up. No one gets out of it. Here comes Surdock. 45 to the 40 to the 30. Inside the 30, he's still going. And actually down to about the 34-yard line. And Ethan Surdock with one hell of a rollout there, Cole. Made more than something out of nothing. Hit about 15.
Yeah, and the blocker here on the inside, near side of the field got absolutely blown up and thrown back into Surdock. Somehow the quarterback slides out of that, and a huge pickup and a great play out of nothing. That's all about improvising and turning a broken play into something big.
Absolutely. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight as this room is filling up fast. We appreciate that. Share the link. Go ahead and share this link as it's linked to. All right, number 28 has it. Nope, it's a QB keeper. Good RPO there. Surdock got about to the about the initial line of scrimmage there. Back to the 34. Well, it was a good RPO. Faked me out pretty good. Looked like he was going to give it to Matt McMahon, then he kept it.
It did, yeah. It was good. It was a good fake, as you said. Just again, up the middle, not much there against Olmsted Falls. They're stout inside, but the plays that have gone to the outside of the field so far have resulted in big gains.
All right, going to set it up here again. 2nd down and 9 from the 33-yard line. Surdock, single back formation, shotgun. Going to swing it out, throws it. Looks like he was going for Justin Shepard there, but nobody home. and incomplete. Now 3rd down and 9 for the Middies.
Well, the thing is, Joey Bratkovich was in the slot there, and he turned. It almost looked like the 2 wide receivers on the outside were looking like they were going to be blocking. It almost looked like a screen, and maybe it slipped out of the quarterback's hand. That one sailed high, but here on 3rd down, they've got another opportunity in Olmsted Falls territory.
9:50 to go, 3rd and long, handoff. He's got his man up the middle. He goes about a 7-yard carry, and that was Joey Bratkovich, a receiver getting a run play there. Little jet sweep almost.
Yeah, and Bratkovich, the slot receiver coming in, he got the handoff. He picked up some good yards, but they're still short by 4 yards. I would say with this weather, with this distance, I would not expect to see a field goal attempt from here. It looks like they will go for it.
I'll tell you, that jet sweep play, Cole, you see that more in high school than any other level of football. I mean, you see it occasionally in the pros, but
right.
I mean, high school, it's become the norm anymore. All right, here we go. 4th down to 5. First-year head coach with the Minis, Luke Bill, going to go for it here. Surdock has it. RPO again. Bulldogs look down and left up with the do. And the Bulldogs take down Surdock down to the 34. And that is where they will take over. Cole, what were they trying to do there on 4th and, decent size?
Well, it looked like they were trying to fake the handoff, and you saw a quarterback pull it back in, and he just got blown up. That was number 38, Christian Crosby, the defensive lineman there for Olmsted Falls. He was the one to make the big hit, and not any room for Midview to go and get that 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. And he's got to be a little bit quicker with that. I understand it's the first week of the season. Yep. He's a young kid. He's nervous. I get all that. But you got to make the decision a lot quicker.
Well, and the thing is, just about 2 plays before, you said it was a good fake. That one was a little bit slow coming out. Defense collapsed.
Here's Seelick. Hands it off. Up the middle to go. About a 3-yard pickup there to the 30. I'm going to mark it to 34 for the Bulldogs. Looked to be a pin check. Wait on the official announcement there. Cole, did you see that one? Who had that? Was that pin check?
I believe that's who it was. Again, as we're calling this game, Olmsted Falls, known for the triple option. Quick handoffs, a lot going to the fullback as well. This one a pitch.
It is a pitch. He's got it. 35 to the 40. He turns tail here. 50, 45. It's Markowski. 35 down to the 33. And that was tearing up the sideline there. Actually, that was Fiskenage. A good 35-yard pickup there. Ryan Fiskenage.
That's the thing that's so dangerous about the triple option is not only do you have to watch inside, but you have to find a way to seal off the edge. Midview not able to seal off the edge there with their outside linebackers. They're usually set up in a 3-4. Linebackers couldn't seal it off, and as soon as they hit the edge, Olmsted Falls was gone.
All right, here's Seolick. Under center again, hands it off. He's got his man bowling ahead there, about a 2-yard pickup. That is Parkowski that time. So again, Ryan Fiskenage, big 35-yard tank down the sideline there. Now 2nd down and 8, ball on the 33. And they're going to go with a single back formation this time. Double wide, tight end. Now they move the tight end in motion. No, they're going to pitch it to him. Jet sweep of their own. He's got a little room to rumble there, about 3-yard pickup. And that was number 11, Pinchak. So actually, he's listed as a running back. Line him up there. Creative, very creative, Cole. Line him up as a tight end and put him in a jet sweep. You don't usually see all that happening.
Well, and their Midview kind of forced him to cut in. Good job avoiding the tackles. But, Pinchak didn't have much room to bounce to the outside like they went for on the pitch, but he did a good job to get a couple yards out of it.
Absolutely. All right, 3rd down and 7, 32-yard line of the Middies. Seolick under center, single back formation again. He hands it off right up the middle. That time again, it was Parkowski. And Parkowski about 3 yards there. It's going to set up for a 4th down and short. And you'd have to believe in these kind of conditions, they're going to go for it.
Well, and we're pretty much going to see exactly what we saw 2 minutes ago on the other end of the field. Again, same distance out, same territory, 4th and 4. And here with how Olmsted Falls works, I would assume another run here. Probably a fake to the fullback, maybe a pitch to the outside because the pitches have been working here on the last couple plays.
No doubt. Thank you for joining us here on KeonSports.com. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. Here's Seolick, 4th down and short, under center. Will he plow it ahead? Now they move in motion. Nope, up the middle they go. It's Parkowski, and he almost fumbled it there. He didn't get it, though. Got about 2 yards, and you know what, Cole? I don't think he got it. Officials saying no.
He did not. He got maybe a yard, if that, there. just got his legs taken out from under him. Good job on defense there by Midview. But so we saw the same thing happen on the other side of the field as happened here. It went with a run play to get that 4th and short. Just did not happen. So we're still here at 0-0 coming out of that weather delay. And now just about a little less than 6 minutes into this first quarter.
Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. You're listening to KeyOnSports.com. Follow us on Twitter, sports_key. All right, another jet sweep there. This time it's the Middies, and they get caught up behind the line of scrimmage. Cole, we're going to take a look here in a second. Who had that? 17. So that is Mason Cusero. That's a total of 3 jet sweeps already between the first 2 possessions for these teams.
There have been quite a few, as you mentioned. It's something you oftentimes see in high school, see it some in college as well. But, yeah, we've seen quite a few jet sweeps, especially from the slot receivers here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, now they're going to go shotgun. That's the Midview offense we're used to seeing all those years with Dustin Crum. 3-yard receiver set, throws it to Surdock. He's got his man about 4 yards. Nope, breaks the initial tackle, gets a couple more. That was Connor Awad. Now, Awad with about a 6-yard pickup.
And a great job by Connor Awad jumping off of those initial tackles, able to pick up a couple extra yards. That one came out a little slow. It looked like it slipped a little bit out of Surdock's hand, but it was completed. And I would pay attention to Awad, though. He's kind of hobbling a little bit as he took the helmet right to the hip.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, here we go now. It is 3rd down and 3, 4 wide receiver set this time, and a single back, no tight end. Here's Surdock. He calls for it, throws it quick, has a wad, and he dropped it. So, right in his hands, though, could have had it, but with where he was standing, he would have been about a yard shy anyways.
Yeah, and Awad, he tried to get to the sticks. He was just a little bit short. I think it was a little bit of a combination of he's still hobbling a little bit, still a little ginger from the hit he just took, as well as that field is very slippery right now. You know, you came out here a couple days ago. You said the field was in great condition.
Tuesday morning, it was gorgeous, Cole.
It poured today. This field is wet, and it is muddy and slippery already.
Yep. Now Midview punter in the game. And Olmsted Falls has 2 guys all the way back to about their own 30. He's going to come up and get it, though, at the 35. Olmsted falls to the 40, falls to the 42. And that is where the Bulldogs will take over. All right. 5:12 on the clock. You're listening to KeyOnSports.com. I am Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. We want to thank everybody for following us. And, again, people are asking for a link for the Wadsworth game. Yes, there is. That should be up and running as we speak. If that game is back in action, look for that all over Twitter. Follow Mike Rogers or Brandon SP. Follow their Twitters at Mr. Rogers 512. Okay, here comes Olmsted Falls. Cole, you wanted to say something there?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, Ciolik hands it off, has his man about 2 yards up, and that is 45. Fiskanich again. Yeah,
and Fiskanich, he got the pitch in the first drive and was able to get the big carry on the outside up the middle. Not much room again. But for both teams, we haven't seen much room up the middle for the run game. Everything that's been bigger has been to the outside of the field.
Which is not what you would think in these conditions.
Right.
Interesting. All right, 2 wide receivers set. Solo back formation. Now they put him in motion. Ciolik going to pass it. Throw it, has a man. Wide open, he's got him to the 39. And that was Rocco Connie. So Rocco Connie there.
Yeah, and Rocco Connie came out of his slot receiver position there on the edge of the line, and he was able to go down and get that. Pass was pretty on the money, a little bit low. He had to go down to his knees. If it was up in the bread basket, he probably could have run with it a bit farther, but a good first down pickup there.
And first pass of the game for Ciolik.
Yep.
All right, will they pass again? I'm guessing not. We'll see here. Nope, it is a handoff. No, it's a keeper. Great RPO there by Ciolik. Midview wrapped him up, though, after about a yard. And Cole, for as many years as I've been doing this, I still get faked out by the RPO.
Well, that triple option with the RPO is definitely hard to follow. I mean, there's a lot of guys you could go to. You got your slot receivers who are coming off the edge. You can always go to the fullback. Quarterback takes it, or you pitch it out to the running back. So there's a lot of ways to follow the ball when it comes to this. And it's not only is it tricky for us up here with the broadcast, for the defense down there trying to follow the ball on the other side of the line. So it's been pretty successful for Olmsted Falls over the years.
No doubt about it. Here we go, and we want to thank Nan for sharing the show. Here's a handoff. It looks like Parkowski, and it is. He's got room to go. 25-20, 15-10. Breaks the tackle and fumbles it, but the fumble goes out of bounds all the way down to the 7, and a 32-yard pickup for Parkowski.
Well, it looked like Parkowski could have taken that to the house, but again, the big fullback, he was rumbling down the field, just got tripped up from behind, but again, as he was falling to the ground, just lost it. Fortunate for Olmsted Falls that it rolled directly to his left, out of bounds there around the 6-yard line, not going into the end zone.
All right, we will set up shop here, and Cole McDaniel, I will do my best not to scream in your eardrum again, I promise. All right, here is a sweep out. He's got it. He's in. Touchdown, and that is the big man, number 45, Fiskanich, from 7 yards, and the Bulldogs strike first. Cole McDaniel, walk us through it.
Well, and that one was just pitched out to Fiskanich. It was going to the outside of the field here from the broadcast booth. The receiver came in, he sealed that off, and you saw Fiskanich able to take that in. So Fiskanich, he had a big gain in the first drive coming off to the left-hand side. That pitch went to the right pretty easy, and Fiskanich has shown his ability to get some good yardage there off of those pitches.
Absolutely. New kicker in this season for the Bulldogs. We all remember Jake Politowski. Jake Politowski, one of the better kickers in Olmsted Falls history. That young man graduated, and they've gone to a new kicker here this season, and that is Drew Kanaba. It's up. It is, well, let's see here. We might have had a penalty called. No, they're going to say no good. Just missed it. And those wet conditions might have had something to do with that, Cole. I don't really know. Looked like he got it straight up, and it was going to go in, and just ran out of gas there at the last second. The old announcer's jinx on him, mentioning last year's All-State kicker, Jake Politowski. He was actually on our show, the Keon Sports Player Spotlight Series. Great kid, great family, but Olmsted Falls has to move on. They now lead it 6-0. And Cole really, the pass set up the run there. That one pass made Midview's defense a little bit more honest.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was a good part of it. The other thing, too, is you have to think that first drive they came out, it was the first drive of the season. You always see teams, sometimes they either do really well or they struggle. And they were able to get down and just on that 4th and 4, first 4th down going forward of the season just didn't work for them. But they were in good field position and then came down and pretty much stuck with the same script aside from the one pass. And it did keep Midview honest. So if they keep up with that same game plan, it's going to be tough for Midview to stick with that, throwing in an occasional pass to keep them back.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Parkowski on that had a 32-yard run on that drive. We talked about the 16-yard pass as well to Conti, and then set it up nicely, real nicely there for Fiskanich to finish it off. All right, here's the kickoff to the 20, out to about the 25, to the 30. It's about the 33. Thank you again for joining us here on KeonSports.com. We want to remind you, Midview is going from left to right on your radio dial, as Olmsted Falls is going from right to left. Current score is 6-0, 3:10 to go in the first quarter. And Cole, if I may be so boldly here to say this, looks like the rain is lighting up a little bit.
Yeah, it has lightened up a little bit, which is good. You can still see it trickling a little bit. It is coming down, but not quite pouring quite as much as it was earlier.
Absolutely. This game is brought to you by all of our fine sponsors. We will tell you more about them throughout the night and at halftime. If you want to be a sponsor of Keon Sports, email me, Vince McKee, at CoachVin14@yahoo.com. And looks like a quarterback sweep. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gracious. The Bulldogs pick him up and slam Surdock to the ground. It's going to go for about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah,
Brendan Corrigan?
Yeah, number 62, Brendan Corrigan, the defensive lineman, came in and almost pulled a little bit of a wrestling move there, put him on his back. I know you love the wrestling references, but that right there
to suck up to me on opening
was an absolute slam. That's a great tackle.
Here we go. Olmsted Falls lead it. Thank you for joining us. 6-0 Bulldogs, 2:37 to go. Opening night. Surdock going to roll out. Blitz is on. Gets the pass off. He has his man. He's got him. All the way down to about the 48-yard line. And that was Joey Brakovich again.
Well, and the snap there was a little bit low and off to the right, and Surdock had nearly slipped out of his hands, but he did a good job controlling that, and then he rolled out and found an absolute strike there to Brakovich. And Brakovich having his own little nice game right now at the moment. He's been impactful off of those jet sweeps coming from the slot receiver position, as well as a nice catch there.
Absolutely. All right, here comes Midview again. 4 wide, 3 top of the screen. Throws it away to Surdock. Had a guy, but threw it behind a wad. I'm sorry, Brakovich actually. Threw it a little bit behind him there. And that will set up the 2nd and 10. Midview doing a little bit more throwing tonight, bud.
They have. We expected coming into this game they do a little bit more running, but I think that is something that's probably good. At least they're showing their confidence to come out and air the ball out. So far, we've seen Surdock have a pretty good game. There have been a couple like that where he's kind of passed in between two receivers, and they're not sure which one it's towards, but they've done a good job so far.
Yep. Oh, they fumbled the snap, and they're going to blow it dead, actually. Let's see what the refs say here. I believe a legal procedure. Let's see. Yep, they're going to call a legal procedure on this. And false start. Okay, so false start it is. Oh, we got the announcer saying a legal procedure. Either way, they're going to back it up 5 yards on Midview. Referee made the false start symbol. Okay, 6-0. 2:02 to go. And those of you who used to listen to me and Cole broadcast soccer, we got to make sure we keep the score right now 6-0 and not 6-0. Slipping our old soccer ways there. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. You're listening to KeyOnSports.com. We ask that you continue to share the link to this broadcast. We do appreciate it. High snap. Surdock pulls it down. Gets out to about the 42-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will wrap them up. And it's going to set up a 3rd and 15.
And Surdock did what he could. He kept those legs churning and tried to get another yard or two. But, again, we talked about the tough guys in the trenches Olmsted Falls has on defense and offense, and that defensive line is really making a big push to get in there to Surdock and pressure him.
Yep. And guys, I'm going to throw this out here right now. Just to let you know, at the end of the first quarter, we always got about a minute to kill. Any birthday wishes, anniversary wishes, put them in the chat room, and we will announce them. All right, 30 long. Surdock throws it out behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but he found his man. Tyler Llewellyn caught it, but that might go down for a loss on 3rd down, actually. Cole, I think it did.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, number 38, Christian Crosby, has had a couple big hits today in this game, and that was a good one coming off the line, rolling out to the outside, and getting the wide receiver that was coming in, and that put to rest the Midview drive.
Absolutely. They will go to punt it right now, 4th and a mile. Smart choice to punt it. Just got word again that Avon Lake has been postponed until tomorrow. And the punt will roll out at about the 34-yard line. And strangely enough, that's where Olmsted Falls takes over again, where they've been most of the night. And we have people continue to ask us about that Wadsworth game. I could tell you that we will be broadcasting it. Brandon Soder-Penner and Mike Rogers, whenever they come back from delay, that's on the Keon Sports Elite stream. So head over to the website. That stream is there on KeonSports.com. As far as we know, that game was in the lightning delay. All right, we're looking for a score. Somebody asking for a score. Not a problem at all. 6-0. Olmsted Falls leads Midview. 44 seconds to go as the Bulldogs taking over right now. All right, here's Siolik dropping back, looking for his man. He's going to take off with it. Gets around the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to go forward about 6 yards. And again, made something out of nothing.
And the thing is, although that was a nice carry for about 6 yards, you saw Ethan Williams, the senior wide receiver. He was streaking down the middle of the field. Maybe with the rain, didn't want to let that one go. But I think that if that was completed in a strike, I believe Williams would have taken that one to the house.
Yep. And Cole, they've stopped the clock here. Am I missing something? I don't see anybody hurt. Do you? Not sure why the clock just stopped, but it did. All right, here's Siolik. I mean, he didn't go out of bounds, did he?
He did.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, geez, my bad. I didn't think he did. All right, who cares? All right, pitches back out. Now he's got all kinds of room to run. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20. Inside the 20 to the 14, all the way down he goes. A huge run again by Viscanage. And they're going to mark that all the way down. Big time run there by Viscanage. The official marking looks to be to the 15-yard line, a gain of 50 even. 2 huge runs tonight already by Ryan Viscanage.
We'll make that 3 huge runs. He had a big one on the first drive.
He had the touchdown run.
He had the touchdown run
That's
as
right.
well. That is 3, and they were all off of pitches as well. So 2 big runs coming down to the left-hand side. The pitch to the right-hand side was a touchdown. So that has been a dangerous play, and Midview has not been able to stop it so far.
Absolutely. All right, guys, 17 seconds to go. Olmsted Falls leads it 6-0 opening quarter. They're on the 15-yard line of the Midview Middies. First down and 10 from the 15. Olmsted Falls, again, looking to expound on that lead. And Siolik fumbles it. Looks like he recovered it, Cole, and he did. So it's going to go down as a sack, but a loss of 3.
Well, that's something we talked about with it being week 1 with the rain, definitely sloppy weather. We expected to see the ball hit the ground a little bit, and that we have. We've seen some fumbles, but the times that it's hit the ground for Olmsted Falls, they've been fortunate, been able to hold on to it. That could always go either way, but it has fallen in Olmsted Falls' way when they have dropped the ball on the ground.
Player that first quarter so far, you have to give it to Fiskanich. As Cole said, 3 big runs, but 4 total runs, so he's carried it 4 times. Total of about 94 yards, 35, 2, 7, and 50, so 94 big yards already for Fiskanich. Seelick dropped back to pass twice. Completed 1 for 16. I don't know if you want to say the other one was even an attempt. It was basically got sacked off a fumble. But really not a lot of passing plays. But Olmsted Falls, to this point, has not needed them. As we wrap up the first quarter, it is 6-0. Olmsted Falls lead it. Thank you for joining us here on the second stream tonight. Make sure to keep sharing that on social media as the room continues to blow up. Got a few seconds to spare here, so we want to remind you, if you have a small business and want to be a part of our halftime show, email me, Vince McKee, at CoachVin14 at yahoo.com. Okay, guys, and thank you again. Again, the YouTube does not have the audio, so it's strictly if you want audio, it's us.
Yeah,
and pictures YouTube. So, hey, that being said, we thank you for joining us here. Thank you, Scott, for sharing it on Facebook.
Does it look like it's running fine for you down there?
Everything looks pretty smooth on our end, my man, and things are going good. Opening night, and hey, I'll jinx this again by saying the rain looks like it's dribbled down to next to nothing.
Yeah, it's still falling down. You can see it in the lights up there, so it's steadily coming down, but not quite pouring like it was early. But here we go as we start the second quarter. Good opportunity for Olmsted Falls. They're in the red zone.
All right, Olmsted Falls. Here's Seolick. Has it. Double fake. Throws it. Ooh, almost gets picked off. And Seolick there. Good double pump fake. Looked over the middle, but really not sure Cole who's even throwing it to because it got knocked right down.
Yeah, and Preston Bodos there, the inside linebacker, also a tight end on offense. He went up there and batted that down. Nearly came down with the interception. Olmsted Falls lives to see another day here in the red zone, 3rd and 13.
And fans, if you want to leave any scores throughout the area, other games you might be watching on Twitter or whatnot, from that old chat box, and we will take a listen as we go. All right. Pitches it out. Do the Bulldogs. He's got his man 15 out to the 10. Inside the 10, he's going to score, Cole. Wow. Touchdown, and that was him yet again. Ryan Fiskanich had himself quite the night from about 18 yards out. What happened there?
Ryan Fiskanich. Again, ball got pitched to him coming this right-hand side, and he's seen it evened up. He's had 4 big plays with the ball in his hand today. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and the 2 to the right have both been scoring plays. So he himself had put up 12 points themselves. So Fiskanich has been lights out at this point and got a great start to the second quarter for Olmsted Falls.
Absolutely. All right, they will line up. Missed the first one. Let's see if we can get this one in. The kick is up. It is from Kanaba. He nails this one. It is good. That's going to increase the lead. People asking about the YouTube stream. Thank you for the compliments. Getting a lot of compliments right now from the people in the chat room. Thank you. 13-0, 11:47 to go. Says, watch it here. Better than YouTube stream. I'll take that compliment, Cole.
Yeah.
Definitely better than some of the stuff I watch on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Hey, 13-0. Opening night got off with a bit of a hitch, but now here we go. Olmsted Falls rocking and rolling at this point. 13-0, 11:47 to go. And again, thank you for listening. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. And really, it's been all Olmsted Falls running the ball, but they haven't had to do much else. Fiskanich making it happen.
Yeah, and that first drive, I mean, it was one of those, first drive of the season drives you kind of see sometimes where it just sputtered out a little bit. But Midview, they looked strong on defense that first drive. They were able to stop Olmsted Falls. And then since then, Olmsted Falls has really been finding the gaps, finding the open lanes. And Midview's going to have to find a way before half to figure out a way to stop Olmsted Falls at the moment, or this could get out of hand quickly.
Absolutely. And those of you who like to double dip and have been asking me all night about that Wadsworth game, I just went ahead in the chat room and put that link in there. So if you want to go ahead and listen to some Wadsworth as well versus North Royalton, the link for that is in the chat room. Here's the kickoff, 25 to the 20, out to the 35, all the way across. It's about the 37. Go the Middies. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. You are listening to Olmsted Falls hosting Midview. It is opening night. 11:40 to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs lead it 13-0.
Right there off the return, a good return. Olmsted Falls able to close the gap quickly, but gave Midview a little bit of room to work with. Again, still have some ground to cover on their side of the field before they get into Olmsted Falls territory, but I'd expect to see them air it out as they continue to set up in the gun coming out.
Up shotgun formation as Cole set 3 wide near us. Throws out, quick hitch there. Had his man wide open, but on the quick hitch, couldn't get too far, maybe a yard at the most. That was Mason Crucero. And actually, that was about a minus a yard for the second time tonight. 2 catches for Crucero, minus a yard each time.
Yeah, it looked like Nick Hearn out there, the defensive back, 5'6", not the tallest guy, but he fought through his blocker and absolutely blew up the wide receiver in the backfield. That is some solid defense there from the defensive back.
We have a lot of people asking us to play the halftime show with the band. We will do our best. It's kind of out of our control, though. They will be on YouTube. All right, here's the throw. Incomplete. Surdock looking for another quick hitch there. Intended for Llewellyn. Cannot sync up with him. And it's going to set up yet another 3rd and long. Tyler Llewellyn there, the intended receiver. And Cole, opening night, pretty much, as I thought it would be. And guys, a lot of people asking us about YouTube. We are not affiliated with them. This is strictly the Podbean audio.
Right.
So,
but of course, for anybody out there who wants to do this, they can watch the audio and watch the video, and listen to us as well. So you could double dip and do both.
All right. 3rd down and long. Surdock drops back the pass, looking over the middle of the field, has his man, throws it incomplete.
Yeah, and that's one where wide receiver just goes up to try to pull it in. Looked like that was number 17, Cusera, just not able to grab it. And right now, a 4th and 13 in their side of the territory. Again, I would expect to see Midview punt, and here comes their special teams unit. They're going to send this one away. Just under 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel, 4th along. Midview will punt for the 3rd time tonight. Booming punt, actually a very, very good punt. Olmsted Falls bobbles it a little bit, but then picks it up. And then we'll get out to about their own 47. Nathan Williams there almost fumbled it. And on a night like tonight, I hate to say this because I love action, but you might just want to let those punts go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that one definitely fielded. That was one where Ethan Williams let it come into his body, bounced off his chest a little bit of a juggling act, but he was able to pull it in, and this is some good starting field position here. Olmsted Falls just around the 50-yard line, so with the way they've been running the ball lately, I'd expect to see some carries. Again, maybe up the middle for the first play. If it doesn't go far and they got 2nd down, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitch, but looks like there was a personal foul, and it's moved back. So it looks like they were going to be up around the 50, but instead they're going to be setting up around their own 30. So Olmsted Falls, not as good a field position as it initially looked like it would be, though.
Yep. At the next extended stoppage of play, we'll try to get you guys some scores from around the area. Be patient with us there, but we will do our best, and definitely, certainly at halftime, get you those scores as well. Okay, here back come the Bulldogs. Handoff. It is Parkowski. He gets taken down about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. And Cole, I got to tell you right now, I truly believe that if Olmsted Falls with 10:30 on the clock here, already up 13-0, if they could take out about maybe another 4 or 5 minutes off this drive, even a longer drive, 6 minutes, score again, they're really going to put a stranglehold on this thing as they get the ball to start the second half.
Well, if they keep doing that, they're going to run down the clock. It seems like every first down, it seems like it's a carry with Parkowski, and then oftentimes you see the pitch here on 2nd down. Again, up the middle, though, here on 2nd down. So it's going to slow down.
Announcer's jinx.
slow down the offensive game, but again, run the clock quickly, as you just mentioned.
Yeah, and again, it was Parkowski there. And guys, as many people know, Parkowski, 728 yards last year for Parkowski, one of their leading rushers, along with Alec Wall. Alec Wall graduated, another one of their top rushers. This is a very young Bulldogs team, a lot of junior starters, but a lot of these kids who played last year. And, interesting, very, very interesting that the lightning has definitely subsided all over Northeast Ohio, and it really looks like the football gods have shined upon us here. Here's Ciolik throwing over the middle, has his man wide open. He's got him all the way down to about the 37, and that was Jimmy Cooney. Nice pitch and catch there for Ciolik to Jimmy Cooney.
Jimmy Cooney right out there in the open space. He ran right in stride with that ball, was able to pull it in, and then tripped himself up. It kind of, as he was stumbling, was able to be brought down from behind. A nice big pickup there, and now into Midview territory are the Bulldogs.
Thank you again for joining us here. KeonSports.com. Olmsted Falls with the ball in the lead, 13-0, working from left to right on that radio dial. Oh, another fumble by Ciolik, but he fell on it again. And that's really a double combo tonight of the moisture in the air combined with it being opening night. And really, we'll call it as we see it. A lot of these teams didn't have the amount of practice time with contact that they're used to.
Yeah, that's going to change things, and the weather changes things as well. But that's 3 times now that Olmsted Falls has fumbled. They have not lost the ball each time. So definitely fortune has been in their favor, and they've been quick to jump on it when it's hit the ground.
Thank you again for joining us here on KeonSports.com. Here's Ciolik, Parkowski up the middle there, and he fumbled it. We're going to see if Parkowski was down or if it's going to be Midview football. Let's see here, Cole. Waiting for the signal from the ref. There it is. It's a fumble. So Parkowski fumbles the ball, and it's going to go back to the Middies.
Yeah, talk about the commentator's curse. Just mentioned the ball had hit the ground 3 times off of fumbles. Got a 4th time there, and then it finally went into Midview's hands. So the fortune for Olmsted Falls did not continue there, and Midview gets a hold of it. But that's one of those where that one's tough to tell. It looked like he very nearly could have been down, but officials said the ball was out, and Midview, they escaped without giving any points to Olmsted Falls in their territory, backed up.
Midview takes over, 4 wide receiver set, putting the man in motion. They're going to hand it off, though. He's up to about the 41, and that was Matthew McMahon, who really is only his 2nd carry all night long. And he was supposed to be the feature back coming into tonight, so they're going to, really just down by 2 scores. They need to get back to him a little bit. Kind of calm everybody down.
Yeah, and McMahon hasn't really touched the ball too much. That time there, he dropped his shoulder and leveled the defender and able to pick up a couple extra yards off of that carry. So I would say get the ball into his hands a little bit more. Try to get a score before half.
Oh, another fumble, this time by the Middies, but Surdak's going to land on it. It will go down as a sack, about a loss of 2. And again, really can't stress it enough, though, Cole. I mean, really, these teams start practicing. It's just rough for them now because it's usually about 2 weeks ahead of where they're at right now.
Right.
2 or 3 weeks in certain ways.
Yeah, exactly. It's, we're playing games here, but as you mentioned, not as much contact. Practices and drills would have been a little bit different and a lot of uncertainty. So definitely have to get yourself focused.
Yep. All right, here's another one, though. Surdock rolling out, looking for his man, throws it out of bounds. And 3rd and 6 goes nowhere. They'll have to punt it yet again. So they cannot capitalize on the turnover by the Bulldogs.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we're talking about high school football now. You're talking about young kids, and they have to show maturity and kind of that experience and that leadership. And so, even though the seniors and the juniors are young guys still, I mean, they've got to go in here and use their professionalism. And so it really teaches them some lessons coming into this season.
Well put. You guys got any birthday wishes out there, anniversary, any kind of shout-outs you want, let us know. Always happy to kill some time between timeouts here. All right, 4th down and 6. Midview will punt the ball. High snap, filled it well, though. Boots it, and this kid's got a leg on him. Gets it all the way down to about the 21 of the Bulldogs, and they fumble it again. Lands on it, though. Picks it up. Do the Bulldogs to the 22. And then Williams now, Cole's twice his fumbled punts.
Well, he's muffed 2 of them so far, but he's been able to pull them in and keep a hold of them. I guess that's the most important part. Obviously, you don't want to see a returner put it on the ground, but there's always a little bit more slack cut for him when he's able to jump on it quickly and get it back. And Williams has done that both times today.
You're listening to KeeOnSports.com. That's KE on sports.com. I am Vince McKeeson alongside my good friend and broadcast partner tonight, Cole McDaniel. It is opening night all around here in Northeast Ohio high school football. Got a lot of listeners all over the country tonight. Sarasota, Florida says hello, Chris and Samantha. All right, here's Seolick again. He's going to hand it off to the 30. Now he's got a lane, though. 35, 40, 45, 50. Out to about the 45. Might have stepped out of bounds. No, he's going to keep going all the way to the 38. Rocco Connie. Big old gain there all the way down to the 38-yard line. And that is a nice about 42 yards, I want to say.
What we're seeing right now is Olmsted Falls has more size on their line than Midview does. Midview trying to pull in their linebackers. They're really clogging the middle. It's the pitches to the outside that are working right now. As long as you get the blockers to pull around, that's where the success has been for Olmsted Falls.
Absolutely. And it's only appropriate that we get a shout-out from, sunny Florida as we're sitting here in the rain all night, man. Chris and Samantha. Enjoy that weather. Soak it up. Timeout on the field by the Middies as they're going to look to go ahead and regroup right now as Olmsted Falls could absolutely put their foot on the gas. Up 13-0, 6:42. They are driving as we speak on the 38-yard line. Again, we'll reset it for you. Olmsted Falls going left to right, Midview right to left, and the Bulldogs lead it 13-0, 6:42 to go in the first half. Shout out to Andrew Parkowski, best player in the state, says Matt. And we want to thank everybody for joining us again here tonight. The initial live broadcast of Keon Sports. Everything up until tonight was always tape delays, so this has been a fun debut, Cole. As it only would, came with a little bit of rain drama. But,
right.
You guys let us know how it sounds on your end, and we're enjoying every bit of this. Again, got a little bit of time to kill here, and I don't see any birthday or anniversary wishes, so it's a good time to crush one of these sponsors.
Yep.
What do you think? All right. This next play will be brought to you by SKN Biopharma. They're Ohio's leader and the nation's leader, actually, in hand sanitizer, which protects hands for up to 8 hours. Check them out, www.sknmicrosure.com. That is SKN Biopharma, and their product is actually used by the Denver Broncos, Dallas Cowboys, and Green Bay Packers as we speak. It's a mist they spray on the fans as they walk through. It's a pretty genius idea. All right, here's Seolick again. It's a pitch. Seolick has his man. About 4 yards, and that's Feskanich again. Feskanich for about 4, maybe 3. I might have been way generous there. Actually, it looks like about 2.
Well, and that little stiff arm at the end was what got him the extra yardage, and he was able to push forward. But Midview coming out of the timeout, they were prepared for the pitch there. I think that's probably a lot of what the timeout had to do with Midview over there, and what they were discussing is they've done a good job plugging up the holes in the middle, but the DBs need to do a better job crashing down, as well as the outside linebackers they have need to do a better job of getting to the outside as well. So there they were able to respond and prevent a big gain.
And actually, too, it looks like a bit of a delay right now. Might have been a flag on that. Referee now just making the signal. Yeah, it's they're going to actually redo the down in its entirety, 1st and 10, it looks like. Looking at the scoreboard, but then they went to a Ganley Westside Subaru commercial instead. Now they're just going to rerun it like it never happened. Okay, 1st and 10. It's a do-over from the 38. Interesting. We got some birthday wishes we'll get to in a bit. I do see you in the chat room, though. All right, here comes Seolick. Another pitch, 1st down pitch, as Cole said. 30, 26-yard line, and that is
Jack Pinchek.
About 9 yards. Going to set up a 2nd and short. Nope, 12. 1st down. The first down for Pinchek.
And again, with the triple option, how they're setting up, they've got their wide receivers listed as slot guys, and they're lining up on the edge of the line, and those guys can quickly come around and either get a pitch or come on a jet sweep. There's a lot of ways for those guys to get the ball in their hands.
All right, 1st down and 10. Seolick again. Going to keep it off that option. About a good 4-yard pickup there. Seolick will set up a 2nd and short. And happy birthday to Pete DePolo from Tanker. Happy birthday, Don Novak. And we do appreciate the kind words. And yes, we will be doing this again next week. Avon and Olmsted Falls. We will be back. Happy birthday, Jen Metzka. And we'll get to the rest of them in a bit. And Grace Simon, I did see you out there, kiddo. Grace Simon, one of the best guests we've ever had on the Player Spotlight Series. All right, here is Ciolik under center, hands it off. Up the middle is Parkowski. Nope, it's a fake. He's going to keep it. Fake me out of my shoes, and he gets all the way down. It's about the 4-yard line. Phenomenal job there by Charlie Ciolik.
Yeah, and Ciolik, the quarterback, lowered the boom.
He sure
absolutely brought it to the defender. Trucked him, now down in the goal line area, and this is going to be interesting to see. I would assume this is a handoff right up the middle. We'll see it whether it's a pitch or up the middle, but Midview has struggled here on defense.
Another fumble by Ciolik. He picks her up, though. It'll be a second down and goal from the 6.
And there's something going on with that exchange between Ciolik and the center there as they're trying to get that under wraps. Again, we've seen the ball hit the ground probably too many times for Coach DeLuca's liking.
Yeah, no doubt about it. At 4:34 to go, Bulldogs lead 13-0, looking to extend on that lead. Vince McKee alongside Paul McDaniel.
And what a great opportunity as well to put points up on the board with only 4 minutes left to go until half.
There in the area of the field where I wish I had a longer neck. And this looks to be Parkowski, and it is. Touchdown! Bulldogs extend that lead. And that was the big man there, Andrew Parkowski, stumbling, bumbling, rumbling on 6-yard touchdown, making up for that earlier fumble. Parkowski
Yeah,
through.
And pretty simple. I think that's what kind of happened. Midview came in. They kind of were overcompensating for it going up the middle. And now that they're kind of prepared for a pitch, you send it up the middle, and it kind of hit them with that double-edged sword. And Parkowski able to walk in almost untouched into the end zone.
Absolutely. All right, Canaba 1 for 2 on extra points tonight. Let's see if he can get this in. 19-0, 4:15 to go. Bulldogs looking to put this one in. It's up. It is. Looks good from this angle at least. Yes. All right. 20-0. Olmsted Falls leads it. And while we got about a minute to kill, let me scan through here as quick as I can. And to answer your question, yes, me and Cole McDaniel will be back here next week for Avon Olmsted Falls. Thank you to Berta, Love, Pete. Again, happy birthday, Pete DiPolo, Jen Metzka. I'm telling you, I saw one from Grace Simon out there. Happy birthday, Grace Simon. And guys, we will try to get to as much of this after show as possible. Don Novak as well. Sabrina Lane says, go Bulldogs. Luke Dykeman also supporting the Bulldogs tonight. Okay, and we are back now. Slight glitch there. I do apologize. 20-0, 4:15 on the clock. Bulldogs will be kicking off, going from left to right on your podcast dial, if you want to call it that, radio dial.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're still using the old terminology, radio dial, but a lot has changed with media over the years. So
hasn't it?
Yeah, our radio call is a podcast call, which is something you would have never seen, 5, maybe even 10 years ago.
It took a genius to figure this out. Here's the kickoff, left to right. Midview has it. The clipboard goes flying. He's got some room this time to Festinevich. And down to the 26. And Cole, I got so excited I knocked my clipboard here.
Well,
I apologize. I'm butchering the poor guy's name. It was Kai Kupski.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
knocked your clipboard off, and you caught it though. You kept it from going on the ground. So we did not have a fumble up here in the broadcast booth. We've seen a lot of the ball on the ground here tonight, but the clipboard did not make it to the ground. But we're good to go. Vince is back under control here.
Hey man, I've been locked up in the house for 5 months. This is the best effort we're gonna get tonight.
And here come the penalty flags.
Indeed. All right, so it's an encroachment on Olmsted Falls. Maybe we'll go ahead and have a 1st and 5 from the 31.
Well, and this is the biggest drive of the game for Midview, Vince. This is one where they need points before they go into halftime.
Badly. Yeah, and they can actually catch the Bulldogs sleeping here,
Right.
You get up by 3 scores, you get a little comfortable. But not going to happen here. trying to get to McMahon on a handoff, and he doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. So not the best first half tonight for Matt McMahon.
Yeah, and he's a guy who we said he needed the ball in his hands a little bit more, and they got it to him, just not blocking there to get him free. So he got stuffed in the backfield, and now Midview still with a longer down to go.
Cole, walk us through the next play.
Yeah. Here as we come out, Ethan Surdock here in the gun. Ball snapped back to him. Thrown out right at the marker. Looks like it was hauled in. And it was number 6. Was able to pull that one in. We got number 6, Tyler Llewellyn. He was able to pull that one in for the first down. And Midview, their drive continues off of that strike from Surdock right there, the first down marker. We got Vince back here on the call for this play.
I'm sorry.
It was number 6, Tyler Llewellyn.
All right, we're back there. Apologize. And Midview, about a 4-yard pickup. That's Surdock, a little RPO keeper there. Happy 23rd birthday to Mo Lester. 3:09 to go. All right, Midview has it here. 2nd down and 4. Hands it off again up the middle. Looks to be McMahon for about a gain of 3. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4 from the 46. All right, Cole, how do the Middies get this first down? Actually, 3rd and 1 from the 46. What do you got to do?
3rd and 1, they haven't had much success up the middle, but I would say you kind of got to try to go up the middle. Obviously, I would say with the part of the field they're in, I would actually say with the time on the clock is 2 down territory. So I would try to go and pound the rock up the middle here.
We're going to go ahead and 3rd and 1 here from the 46. Oh, Midview fumbles it this time, and I don't know if Olmsted Falls foul on it, Cole. I don't think they did. It looks like they're going to go ahead and pick that right up.
Yeah, and again, ball hitting the ground again, and the Midview were able to fall on that one. Fortunate for them, and as I mentioned, it is 2 down. It is 4 down territory for them. They're going to go for it here on this 4th and 1, and this is crucial for Midview. We're down to 2 minutes here in the second quarter.
Oh, crucial 4th down here. Up the middle, they went on a sneak, but it looks like a fumble on top of that. I don't think they got it. And short by about a half a yard. Oh, that's an unofficial measurement up here in the box, Cole. Midview did get the first down after all that.
Yeah, talking about falling on a fumble and getting fortunate to pick up the first down here. Midview continuing to advance the chains, not the conventional way, not the way we would suggest for most teams to try, but they got fortunate, and now you're going to see Surdock back here in the gun again. 3 receivers down in the near side of the field, 1 on the far side.
Absolutely. They need points on this possession. As you said, about 90 seconds to go. In thrown, and Surdock looked like he had him, but he didn't. They're going to say he dropped it. Incomplete pass. Looking for Lewis on that one.
Well, number 23, Sam Munoz, he was able to get in and quickly make the hit. That was what forced the incompletion. So great read and a quick jump there from the DB.
All right, 2nd down here for the Middies. And again, they desperately need points on this drive right now. All right, 2nd down and 10. Surdock again looking, and he's going to actually – no, it is McMahon. I'm sorry, RPO again. And McMahon about 1 yard.
Yeah, and that was one where he handed off to McMahon, and the defender came in and tossed Surdock to the ground. But, again, not much room for whether Surdock kept it or handed it off. There wasn't room for either player. Again, the Olmsted Falls defense playing really tough against the Midview run.
All right. 3rd down and 11. Crucial here. Drops back to Surdock, looking over the middle. Has his man, and he nails him. Actually went to the side there. 1st down, and that will move the chains. Surdock finds his man. Finds Llewellyn. A good pickup there, a gain of 11. And more important than that, Cole, it moves the chains.
Now, Llewellyn, he definitely has been somebody who we didn't really see him initially. He's had a couple big receptions here. He's gotten to the sticks. He's turned around, caught the ball. He's been pretty steady target here lately for Surdock.
Absolutely. Surdock going again, looking deep over the middle. No good. And I'll tell you, only the fans are in attendance. That they say it's only the parents, but they were loud on that play. It sounded like we had a packed house on that hit.
Well, they were, and the blitz came from number 3, Anthony Argenziano. I mean, he blew that one up, and Surdock pass was high, out of the reach of his receiver. That was about the 30-yard line.
33 seconds to go. Midview moving from right to left. Now we're going to go ahead and take this 5-second break with no audio. All right, we are back there. Good station break. Olmsted Falls. We're going to get the stop here as Midview desperate for some points before the half.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2020 varsity football cheerleader.
With 33 seconds to go here, can they afford another run?
I don't think so. With how it's been going and how the Olmsted Falls defense has been closing in, I think you're just going to have to continue to go to the air as they've got 43 yards to cover.
All right, full wide receiver set, 3 near us, 1 far top there. Single back formation. Surdock pump fakes, rolls out, and goes down. Big time sack there by the Bulldogs, about a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, and it was coming off of this near side again. Linebacker sending pressure coming out from the outside linebacker. And that was a big play for Olmsted Falls, and Midview now having to burn another timeout as they're down to 22 seconds. They've got a lot of ground to cover to get this first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year our
Take this break here as the second quarter wraps up. A few seconds left to go. Say about Richard Ward Realty. Richard Ward with Remax beyond 2000 actually is a full-time realtor specializing in listing homes, new home construction, military relocation, and pricing strategies. Whether buying or selling, Richard Ward has the experience, knowledge, and determination to get the job done. For more information, contact Richard at richardwardrealty.com. It's big, man. Big for Midview. Nobody wants to go into the half scoreless at all. But, I mean, 49 yards in high school takes one kid to fall down.
Well, it does. But the other thing, too, is Olmsted Falls, they run the ball, as we mentioned, which burns the clock quickly. So in the second half, if Midview wants to be able to come back into this game, they really do need to score here because Olmsted Falls is going to drain that clock quickly in the second half.
All right, Midview shotting up shop here from the 48-yard line. They have 3 near us, 1 top of the screen single back formation. And Surdock going to go right down there. Nope, handoff. I'm sorry, RPO faked me out again tonight. That was McMahon. I just did not expect an RPO handoff. 3rd and 17 at this point in the game.
Well, and that was another one of those where the pressure was coming off the edge, and he decided to get rid of that one. Might have been looking to pull it and throw it, but he had to hand it off because of the pressure.
And that is it. Clock runs out. That is the half. Bulldogs up 20-0 on Midview. And really, I guess when you really stop looking at it there, last play of the half, ran it.
Yeah, and that was one of those where just Olmsted Falls came out there, and the Bulldogs played hard there to end that half. And Definitely the deserving team is winning right now at the moment. Olmsted Falls came out here. Midview started pretty good, but that second quarter was all Bulldogs, and that's why you see the big lead here as they're going into halftime break here at home.
No doubt about it. Some of our top performers of that first half. You got to give it up to Ryan Piscanich. Big time, a 35-yarder, then the 7-yard touchdown run. Later on, a 50-yarder, 18-yard touchdown run. Well over 100 yards already by Ryan Piscanich in the first half alone.
Yeah, and you also have to mention, obviously Parkowski had the walk-in touchdown. He's actually been bottled up a little bit through the middle, but he was able to walk it in and get that touchdown, which is important. The other thing I want to mention is the guys in the trenches on the offensive and defensive line for the Bulldogs. They've done a great job. Again, you've seen guys like Christian Crosby get pressure there on the defensive side of the ball and haven't really given much time for Surdock, the quarterback of Midview.
Yeah, and you mix in the opening night, the jitters, the moisture in the ball, everything else.
Right.
Less time that quarterback has to think about anything, more prone to make that mistake.
Right, exactly.
Guys, I want to thank you again for listening here at KeonSports.com. I am Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. Thank you for joining us. We have reached halftime of the evening here. Again, 20-0. It's been all Bulldogs. And kind of looking over it again some more, Parkowski got off to a bit of a slow start. Ended up rumbling one out there for 32 yards. Then had a fumble on top of that and, really needed a big play. And then he finally got one in the second quarter, a 6-yard touchdown run. So you have to look, again, Parkowski, one of the many feature backs of this Olmsted Falls offense. If he can start to tear it up in the second half, this game might get out of control pretty quick.
Yeah, it could. That's for sure.
Again, fans, thank you for joining us at KeonSports.com as we continue to look at a few stats here. Really 3 official passes for Charlie Seelick. 16-yard completion, 32-yard completion, the incomplete, and the sack. But again, not real sure what was going to happen on a lot of those fumbles.
Right, exactly. We've seen the ball hit the ground a lot, and not talking about the passing game being that case. We've seen both teams fumble the ball. We've seen some muffs off of punts. We've seen some issues between the center and the quarterback, not only for the Bulldogs, but also for Midview. So we've seen the ball hit the ground a lot more than both coaches would like. Part of that has to do with the weather. Part of that also has to do with just it being the first game season, a little bit of sloppiness.
No doubt about it. And guys, everything we do here at Keon Sports brought to you by many of our fine sponsors. Really, now more than ever, heading into 2021, a lot of these small companies are going to need as much exposure as possible. A lot of them trying to get back on their feet after what has been, a very topsy-turvy 2020. No denying that. Right. We want to do whatever we can to help them. Email me, Vince McKee, CoachFin14 at yahoo.com. As we tell you about them, MDG Flooring, somebody who's been with us for many years now as a sponsor. If you are in need of quality flooring from your home or your office, then look no further than MDG Flooring America in Medina. There's nothing that Steve and his talented staff cannot handle. Call them today, 330-725-5252, or stop in and visit them in person at 3812 Pearl Road in Medina. Also, Cobos Insurance. Cobos Insurance has been serving the Cleveland area for over 50 years. They're independent agents, so they have specialized in car, home, life, and business insurance. They're family run and have 2 locations, one in Elyria and one in Avon Lake. I'll let my guy here, Cole McDaniel, tell you about our next sponsor because he is truly physically fit, so only he can tell us about Cleveland Fitness Club.
Yeah, Vince over here hyping me up as he always does. That's been the common thing. But Cleveland Fitness Club, for 20-plus years, they have been much more than a place to go work out. They have it all. Pools. They truly have something for everyone and are open 365 days a year. You can visit them today at 6600 West 130th Street in Middleburg Heights. Angela and Tony promote a family-run business for all the right reasons. Also, Airport Go-Kart. If you're looking for a fun time with your kids or friends once the weather starts to warm up, head over to Airport Go-Kart at 16208 Brook Park Road in Cleveland. It's fun for everyone and involved at a next to nothing price. And then also Car Parts Warehouse. Speaking of cars, if yours is in need of repairs, then the first place you need to call for that part is Car Parts Warehouse. They cut out the middlemen and bring the service right to you. With the lowest prices in town and an inventory a country mile wide, they have everything you will need for any issue. Find them online at carpartswarehouse.net.
Cool. So, as we will do our best here to keep you abreast with other scores in the area, it just looks like about 43 seconds to go. It's Mentor 3-0. Medina scores on a 12-yard pass, and they lead it. Wow, bit of an upset brewing there.
Yeah, that is interesting. Obviously, that's a big game. Two teams that had some success last year, two pretty strong teams. So that's a big matchup here in the first week of high school football.
As we scroll through here, and actually our guy Joe Ginley covering that one for Keon Sports. Wow, Westlake football looks like they're going to get their first win in a long time. They're up on Brookside, 28-0.
Wow,
for the Demons. Continuing to scroll through, ask you to be patient with us here. Looks like St. Ed's trails Massillon, 17-10. Wadsworth, our Mike Rogers and Brandon Sodepunter are out there broadcasting that one along with Jeff Lamshire. Wadsworth leads 14-0. So, yep. All around the state tonight.
Yeah.
High school football kicking off. I thank everybody for joining us. Checking in another game we're at tonight. Our Jerry Sharp is there. It is Brunswick 7, Euclid 0, as that one is about 5:33 from the half. We have Chardon up 21-0 off of Eastlake North. And Tony Bogan, that's about 5 minutes ago.
And got to give a shout out to Tony Bogan there on Twitter. Got the video of that touchdown play. So, again, Bogan out there covering, and a lot of our guys out there getting video as well as updating you on the scores.
Very nice. As Joe Ginley covering that game again, Medina and Mentor has that touchdown as well on our Twitter account. Check us out, sports_key. The place to be tonight, sports_key. You'll see all these as I am doing my best, guys, to retweet all this for you, all these videos of all these touchdowns and score updates where our guys are all at tonight. So, yeah, 14 minutes to go in this halftime. And Cole, realistically here, Olmsted Falls is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
If they score another touchdown, it's pretty much over at that point. I don't want to be too dramatic about it, but
yeah,
with the way it's going.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where their defense has been so solid. It's going to take a big change coming out of halftime for Midview to really claw their way back into this one. Now, they could obviously make it closer, but as for a win, it's going to be pretty hard, and we'd have to see a massive turnaround here in the second half.
They really do need to get about get a 3-and-out, reset up shop,
right,
and just go at it. But they're going to have to. Really, what they need to do, and I'm going to grab the stat sheet here in a second. Also, looks at the half. Looks like Berea Mid Park up on Ashland 12-0. Let me just lean over here for a second, grab that Midview stat sheet one more time. They really need to pass the ball down the field. When you look at some of these attempts, Ethan Sturdock's been all over the place, but basically, even the completions, a few of them have been, for losses. Tyler Llewellyn a couple times there behind the line of scrimmage. Mason Crucera, 2 catches tonight, minus a yard each time those catches. They need to go down the field. They've been able to do it twice with Joey Brakovich, 22 yards, 17 yards. They've shown that they could do it, but now they really have no choice. They have to do it.
Well, and the main thing is their offensive line needs to shore it up a little bit. They're just not, for the running back, McMahon specifically, he's having a tough day.
Yeah.
No holes have been opening up for him. No matter where he's tried to run the ball, doesn't matter what gap he's been trying to hit, because there has been no gap. You've seen the Bulldogs defense really close up those holes. And then as for Surdock, he has been pressured quite a few times. On that first drive, he was able to spin out of it and pick up a gain with his feet. That was really the one time he really had to improvise and was able to get something done. Other than that, he's had a lot of pressure on him, and you can tell there at the end of the half on that last play, a little bit of frustration there as he got entangled with the Olmsted Falls defenders. So you can see the frustration brewing for the quarterback as well as for the running back, as they just can't really get through that line or get too much protection. So that's something that the coaching staff of Midview are going to have to talk to their team about and figure out a way that they can open up holes and protect their players as well.
Again, thank you everybody for listening tonight here on KeonSports.com. Head over to the website, head over to our sponsorship page, and you will see everybody we're talking about tonight, their logos, their website links. It is the sponsors that keep us running, keep us going. We definitely appreciate that. And, we were joking around about Cole being in incredible shape, and that's probably because he doesn't eat at Frankie's Italian Cuisine as much as I do. Because let me tell you, once you go to Frankie's Italian Cuisine, it's goodness in your mouth. Meatballs, lasagna, pasta, they do it all. Check them out. 4641 Great Northern Boulevard in North Olmsted. You can't go wrong with some Italian, and you can't go wrong with some Frankie's. It's funny, too, when I look at these sponsors, I go from food to fitness. What am I doing here, Cole?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you had it listed perfectly. Eating your meal, then trying to work it off after. That's pretty much how you set up the sponsor sheet, that's for sure.
Food guilt, no doubt about it. But, hey, on that note, if you don't want to go to a big gym, all right, let's say you want to focus in with one guy to train you, you're not going to find a better person than Chris Walker at Top Tier Performance. He is phenomenal for any kind of combo athlete looking to improve his or her game. A lot of women work out, too. It's 50-50. Trust me, it's not all a man's world anymore. Look him up on Facebook today or call him. The best thing you do is just call this guy, Chris Walker, Top Tier Performance, 216-789-7540. He will get you back into shape. You can email him cwalker199571@gmail.com. I am not too proud to admit it. I will just tell you, leaving the house tonight, my wife said, it's been 5 months since you've covered a game. You got your fancy, your football clothes on, your fancy sports covering clothes on again, and it might be time to do some sit-ups. And she said it with a straight face. Hey, I'm going to have to give Chris Walker a call.
Man, throwing your wife under the bus tonight.
She fit into her jeans. She had something to be proud of. I did not.
If Emily, if you're listening out there, I'm sorry. Got to keep Vince under control here in the broadcast booth. Definitely guy over here. I'm not sure to believe you or if you're making up stories right now.
I'm very creative.
Okay. Yep.
But when it comes to that kind of stuff, I cannot make up stories.
Or Emily.
No, I can't. Emily can see through me a mile away. About it. All right, so Jenny's Popcorn is our next sponsor, and just because you just got done teasing me about food and everything, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you tell us about Jenny's Popcorn.
Okay. So Jenny's Popcorn, Jenny's old-fashioned popcorn, is a family-owned tradition that has been serving customers in Northeast Ohio and beyond for 65-plus years. You can find their flavors anywhere popcorn is sold, including Giant Eagle and Mark's. Visit them online at jennyspopcorn.com or in person at 38727 Taylor Parkway, North Ridgeville, Ohio, 440-35. Now we're going to some construction here. Mullins Construction. It doesn't matter if it is indoor or outdoor. Mullins Construction has everything your home or office will need. They even do plumbing, hot water tanks, windows, and everything else your home or office will need. Visit them today at www.credence.com/Mullins Construction. And then, Vince, this next one, I know your girls have been out there training a little bit. I've seen them kicking the soccer ball around. It's with Soccer Shots. The pitch is perfect for some outdoor action. Sign your kids up
tomorrow morning.
Yep, sign your kids up for Soccer Shots today. It is an excellent program to teach your child about exercise and overall hard work. You can find them on Facebook or also soccershots.com. It is the best program you can sign your child up for today. And there you just summed it up, Vince. Football on Friday night, soccer in the morning for you, pulling the dad work with your girls as they're out there training and trying to improve on their skills.
Bust out the orange slices, my man. Finally, our final sponsor of the night. Man, you are right. This is unbelievable. We go from like food to fitness,
Pretty much.
Finally, we're going to end on a food note, I guess. If you have a sweet tooth like me and Cole do, B.A. Sweetie Candy Company in Cleveland on Brook Park Road has you covered. Again, B.A. Sweetie. With everything from your childhood to today, they didn't miss a beat putting together this magnificent display of candy and ice cream paradise. You can visit them at 6770 Brook Park Road in Cleveland, Ohio. We got about 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go with tonight's halftime show. We're going to go ahead and mute the audio here for about a minute just to give our voices a break, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back into KeonSports.com's presentation of Friday Night Football. I am Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. We reach you here tonight at halftime where Olmsted Falls leads it 20-0 over the visiting Midview Middies. Olmsted Falls came in tonight with revenge on their mind, and they have served it up ice cold here in this first half. If you're just joining us, where you been? Nah, we're just joking. If you're just joining us and you want to get caught up on the scores, Cole, get us caught up.
Yeah, and so what happened in this game early on, both teams went for it in the opponent's territory on fourth down. It was identical spot, identical 4th and 4. First drives for each team ended in failing on their attempted fourth down conversion. And then it started to pick up for Olmsted Falls with that pitch play specifically as Ryan Fiskanich took in the touchdown to make it 6-0. He also then scored off of a pitch also to the right side as well. Almost the same identical way they scored the first touchdown, and then he was able to make that one with a 20-yard touchdown run, which put Olmsted Falls, the Bulldogs, up 13-0. And then as Midview tried to prep for the pitch, we saw Parkowski, the big fullback, got the carry and went right up the middle, almost untouched with a 6-yard touchdown run to make it 20-0. And that's where we stand. Midview had an opportunity to try to put points on the board before halftime. They could not get it done, and so they still sit with a blank on the scoreboard.
That is your halftime recap of the scores brought to you by all of our fine sponsors. And if you want to be a sponsor of the Keon Sports Friday Night Football game, email me, Vince McKee, at KeonSports.com and also CoachFin14 at yahoo.com. Both those formats will get the message to me. And Cole, I want to give a little shout out here to the place kicker for Olmsted Falls, Drew Canaba, who really bounced back after missing that initial extra point, came back, nailed the second two.
Yeah, and he pretty easily made those second two. As you mentioned, missed that first one. A little bit of that could be with the weather, which completely makes sense. You know, the snaps seem to be good, holds seem to be okay, but little things can change that, and it is a slick surface out there, so definitely trying to get that plant foot down firm into the ground and not slipping is a big thing. It's something you see at all levels of football. If they're playing on real grass, it can get slippery in weather like this. So, but you mentioned it. He bounced right back, was able to knock in the second two, and we sit at 20-0 here, and about to get this second half underway, and definitely excited to get this second half under the way. But what I do have to mention, that rain has not stopped. It has rained the entire game. It rained all day today. It has been a wet one, but it seems to be the field is holding up okay.
Yeah, first game of the season, you'll have that. No, this is week 8 or 9 and it's raining this bad. Probably not the case. All right, fans, let's get you set up right now. It will be Midview kicking off to Olmsted Falls. Midview going from right to left on your radio dial. White tops, blue numbers, gray trim. We have the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs going from left to right. And yes, I do use my hands when I do that. It is all blue, yellow numbers. They're going to be looking to extend on that lead. And really, I think, I guess I'm saying the obvious here, but clearly this first possession might go a long way in deciding the rest of this game if Olmsted Falls can come right out and score, or if Midview can get a stop. Kickoff, and we are underway. It is high in the air, all the way down to the Bulldogs 17, but that won't even matter as it goes out of bounds, and it will start from the 35.
And Vince was being a little bit exaggerating with the high in the air. That one was a line drive, went straight out of bounds. That one, I think he was trying to keep it away from the returner there, just a little got too far on the outside with striking that ball. And here we go with good field position actually to start on this first drive of the second half for Olmsted Falls after that kickoff.
Olmsted Falls will come out here. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Bulldogs looking to run that triple option offense again, I'm sure. That's how they set up. Move the man in motion. It's a pitch out. That first down pitch out Cole was talking about 4 yards out to the 39. It was Rocco Connie.
And there was a lot of space to run, but Mason Kuchera came in from his DB position, was able to crash down and just wrap up the legs. That one could have gone big if it weren't for Kuchera stopping that for Midview.
I want to thank you, everybody, for listening tonight here on KeonSports.com. And it will now be 2nd down and 7 from the 38-yard line. Second half just underway. Move Conti in motion. Now they pitch it to him. He's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage, not much more for Conti.
Won't have to say well done by Midview. As you've seen, they made some adjustments coming out of halftime. 2 pitches in a row, and they were able to stuff both runs. Midview doing a good job on defense so far. Now 3rd and 8 for Olmsted Falls.
3rd down and 8 here, 10:55 to go. You're listening to KeonSports.com. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. Here's Seelick. Under center again. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Nope. RPO pitch. Beautiful play there. Wide open hole for Conti this time. All the way out to the 50. What a gorgeous play that was, Cole.
Yeah, and that was another one of those where my eyes immediately went to the fullback. Most of the Midview's defense, they crashed down the fullback quickly. A great pitch and a very nice first down. The drive continues.
Now 1st down and 10 from the 49-yard line. So right there at midfield are the Bulldogs. They're actually going to snap this inside Midview territory here. 1st down and 10, 49-yard line. With their man in motion, here's Seelick. Now he'll pitch it out. Wide open hole. There's Parkowski. Actually, Pestovich. Beautiful run there all the way down to the 30. 19-yard pickup for Fiskanich.
Yeah, and that was a nice pitch. Again, that one was a little bit low. Fiskanich was able to pick it up off the shoestrings and continue to run with it. He only had one guy to beat. Could not get past him, but that is a great carry. And now with 10 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter, Olmsted Falls is really starting to knock on the door again.
All right, Seelick under center now. They're not moving out of that formation. They love it. RPO keeper this time, and he's down to about the 28-yard line. Well, actually, a little more than that. My fault. 24. About a 5-yard pickup there for Seolick. And Olmsted Falls doing the smart thing here, just kind of taking their time, methodically plotting their way down the field.
And this is what we expected. They had the lead coming out, expected to see the ball being carried. It was one of those situations where this is a team that usually does run it, but it's really an opportunity to not only put points on the board, but you're going to see them try to really drain the clock here in the second half.
This time it's Parkowski in the backfield. In motion. They give it to him. Up the middle he goes. And a nice drive there for the first down. Gets 6 yards. And the first down does Parkowski. And, yeah, I'll tell you what, they rotate him like crazy. I mean, that's fresh legs almost every play.
They do, that's for sure. It seems like Parkowski usually stays out there at that fullback position. Sometimes he comes in and out. But that slot wide receiver, those guys on the edge who are pulling around or blocking, they seem to rotate almost every play. You mentioned that perfectly.
All right, here we go again. It is Parkowski behind him. Seolick, 1st down and 10 from the 17, under center. Parkowski again, up the middle, about 3 yards. Parkowski now down to about the 14. Will be 2nd and 7 as the Bulldogs look to extend on a 20-0 lead. Little over 8.5 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And early in the game, Parkowski was kind of, shut out from getting big yardage. He did have the 6-yard touchdown run, but not much aside from that. You're starting to see him get some more yardage as he's carrying it out the middle. I'd maybe go back to the well and keep giving it to him as he's starting to pick up 3-4 yards consistently.
Just let him pound it in. Here's Seolick again, under center. This time it's a pitch, though. To the outside they go, 15, inside the 10, to the 9, all the way down to about the 3-yard line. And it was Fiskanich again.
Yeah, it looks like the officials gave him a little bit extra yardage. It looks like he's down to about the 2, maybe even the 1.5. They're pretty close to being into the end zone here. This is another one where I'd say this is Parkowski territory. They've got 4 downs to try to get this one in.
I agree.
And I'd hand it off to the fullback and let him go to work.
I agree. Fiskanich 12 yards on that pickup officially. Now 1st down and goal. They're going to mark it at the 2. Seolick. Yeah, they heard you, Cole. There's Parkowski right up the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And Olmsted Falls extends the lead to 26-0 with an extra point on the way. Parkowski, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they did it with everybody that drive. Fiskanich, Barkowski, and Conti all got in on the act. 26-0. I'd ask you to break down that play, but really just right up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it was simple. There's not much to analyze or break down. The offensive line got the push, and Parkowski powered through to the end zone, and it was pretty simple and straightforward.
All right, here's Canava. Looking to make it 27-0 here. Kick is up. It is looking good again. It is. Now 27-0. Olmsted Falls leads it. Good job there out of Canabo. Recap of the night, touchdown runs, 2 each. 2 by Parkowski, 2 by Fiskanich. 27-0. It is all Olmsted Falls. And we talked a lot about the opening drive of the half. What would happen? Could Midview get a 3-and-out and get back in the game? Not looking so good.
No. It looks like as much as they can game plan or try to work around that, it seems like, Olmsted Falls, they have put the ball on the ground a couple times. But other than that, they've been pretty clinical when it's come to pitching it, when it's come to some of those reads. And Ciolek's done a good job, I think, with his reads of when to keep it, when to give it off to somebody else. And they've looked like a pretty well-oiled machine at times. So has it been perfect? No. But has it been really good? Yes, it has for the Bulldogs. And they continue to power the ball in, continue to punch it in the end zone off of running it. And they got a nice lead here.
Absolutely. And, Coach DeLuca told us before the game his team was reminded about that upset loss last year when they were unbeaten. Midview came in.
Yep.
They went to Midview and lost. And he reminded them of that. He did not let them off the hook. They've been playing like a team inspired. Another boot there by Canaba, picked up by Midview at the 15 to the 20 to the 25, out to about the 27, down to about the 31, 32-yard line, where the Middies will take over.
When you mentioned they want revenge, and you can tell they're playing like it. They're going out there, and they put a lot of energy and hustle out there, and it looks like the game plan has been put forth and before them, and the kids really picked up on it, and they look good out there. And right now, Midview really just for not that we think they'd actually be able to come back and win this game. It would take a lot of points, a lot of drives to be able to do that. But they're going to want to put some points on the board, and for the sake of their name, to have some pride.
Have something to carry over into practice.
Exactly.
Get something good on tape. No doubt about it. All right, 3 wide receiver set here for Surdock. Has his man, finds him about 3 yards up the field. Again, that was Tyler Llewellyn. Officially about 4 yards there. Midview just kind of taking what they could get.
And a group of Bulldogs there on the tackle. Sean Hollenbeck, the defensive back, was the first one to get to him.
Those little stance there, Olmsted Falls could probably jump on that for a pick 6 if Midview isn't careful. Here's Surdock on a keeper. He goes right down. Surdock gets nowhere, out to about the 32 at the most. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage at the 34. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to set up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, number 54, Jeff Dreifke, the inside linebacker, came in and made that initial hit. He was coming downhill hard and quickly, able to wrap up Surdock immediately.
3rd down and 8 from the 33. Midview has it, trailing 27-0. Trying to avoid that dreaded running clock here pretty soon. Here's Surdock again. He's going to throw it. Had his man Llewellyn again, but off the turf. No good.
Yeah, and that's one of those where that's a tougher pass when it comes to high school quarterbacks at times. That's one of those where you have to launch it over the defender who's sitting short, but then also in front of the guy who's deeper. I thought Surdock did a pretty good job of dropping that one in there. It was just a little short, and it was not really one that Llewellyn was able to pull in, even though he made the nice diving effort.
4th down and 8 from the 33. And they definitely are setting up the punt it. Now looking to the sidelines, though. Interesting here. And now a timeout. It's going to be timeout Midview.
Yeah, and I think that timeout there was because they had 10 people on the field. They were trying to run one on, and they were waiting for the 11th person. So Midview and the coaching staff decided just to take the timeout and get their personnel realigned.
All right. We will take that timeout with them. Now 6:22 remaining in the quarter. 27-0. Bulldogs lead it. About to get the ball right back.
Yeah, and Vince, as we come back out here, as they're returning these punts, it's interesting to see Ethan Williams not back there to return now. He has muffed too. He was able to come away with it, but looks like he was pulled from returning the punts here. And back there will be Jimmy Cooney, as well as looks like number 45, Ryan Fiskanich. And Fiskanich has had a big day running the ball, so put him back to return as well.
High snap, filled well by Midview. Booming punt yet again. And he's going to muff it as well. Olmsted Falls. They just cannot seem to fill the punt tonight, Cole.
Yeah, and they're struggling to really pull in these punts. And unfortunately, it looks like we have an injured Olmsted Falls Bulldog on the far side of the field. We will take a quick break as they're tending to the injured player right now here on Keon Sports. And as we come back out here off of the injury timeout, again, possession going to be in hands of Olmsted Falls. Cole McDaniel along with Vince McKee here on the call. And for those who are just now tuning in, the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs with a 27-0 lead over Midview.
That's been all Bulldogs, really. I mean, it was kind of close early on, a few possessions back and forth in the beginning, but since then, the Bulldogs have not been able to get stopped. I mean, they just went ahead, with the exception of that turnover. Parkowski had that fumble, but really that was about it, since they've gotten hot. Just heard 6-0 Cleveland Indians up and winning. That's good. All you Tribe fans listening. All right, so battle on the field umbrellas here, Cole. All right, here's Ciolik, fakes the pitch. He's going to throw it. Going deep over the middle. Jump ball, almost picked off. He was looking for Jimmy Cooney there, about 30 yards down the field.
Yeah, and he threw that one into triple coverage as Cooney was trying to streak through three guys. Probably should have checked down and looked to the near side of the field, had a couple guys to dump it off to, but went for that deep ball, and fortunately for Olmsted Falls, not picked off. They maintained possession.
That was the time to try it, too. It really was.
Right.
Nothing to lose now.
Right.
All right, they will break the huddle here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Olmsted Falls going from left to right on that radio dial. Olmsted Falls left to right. Midview right to left. All right, here's the pitch out. Olmsted Falls has it. 40-43. Looking for a number here. Conti. And Conti gets about 12 yards.
Yeah, we've seen Rocco Conti several times on that pitch as well, coming to the right side. He did a good job as he kind of got himself tripped up, was stumbling, but he was able to keep his balance and pick up the first down there and continuing to move the chains and continuing to drain that clock here in the third quarter.
Coach DeLuca sticking to that three-back attack with Fiskanich, Conti, and Parkowski that he is known for. This time Conti in motion, but Ciolik fumbled it. It looks like it's going to go back to the middies here, actually, Cole. Looks like Midview leaped on it. Yes, turnover by the Bulldogs. Midview will take over.
Yeah, and that was one where Ciolik wasn't able to get on it quickly. We've seen him all game pretty much be able to jump on those balls that had touched the ground. That time not able to do so. And the Middies with an opportunity here in their opponent's territory. And again, still trying to get something up on the board here. Maybe this will be the opportunity to do it after that fumble recovery.
Final scrimmage of 45.
At 5:41 to go here at Midview in Olmsted Falls territory for the first time in a while. Had a brief moment there at the very, very end of the first half. Surdock, well, there's whistles and flags. Hold on, fans. Well, they're going to see encroachment on Olmsted Falls, but did a Bulldogs player touch somebody? That shouldn't blow the whistle dead. Right?
Yeah, might have touched. It looked like it was number 62, Brendan Corrigan, that they were calling encroachment on.
All right, 27-0 Olmsted Falls lead it. Midview ball here. 5:39 to go in the third quarter. Thank everybody for joining us again here with KeyOnSports.com. All right, Surdock hands it off. It looks like McMahon to the outside, about 2 yards. And Matt McMahon simply cannot find any yards tonight.
Yeah, and that was one of those that he had a guy to beat to really start picking up some yards. But R.J. Simon came up. He was sitting as a deep safety there, was able to come up and quickly trip up McMahon. So just good, solid tackling there from the Bulldogs. And again, McMahon just really not able to find that space and that room to run.
All right, maybe you're going to set up shop here. 2nd and 4. 3 wide receiver set. Rolling out is Surdock. Throws it low, but it looks like it was caught, Cole. Yes, it was, I believe. And that is going to be...
Ethan Surdock's pass is complete to Tyler Llewellyn.
Hang with me, fans, here. All right, Tyler Llewellyn. Could not see that number for the life of me, Cole. I'm sorry.
Yeah, number 6, Tyler Llewellyn. He's had several good catches here. Again, that first quarter really didn't see him, but he's been a big, impactful player in the second and the third for Midview. He's been their most consistent wide receiver.
All right, Midview, 1st down and 10. 3 wide receiver set. Single back is McMahon. Surdock rolls out. Surdock's going to keep it and only get about a yard.
Surdock runs the football.
Yeah, and that one was Surdock started rolling to his right almost before the ball even got into his hand fully, and McMahon was his lead blocker. Just a good job of crashing down on that one on the far side of the field with the Bulldogs.
You know, if I could say it too, Surdock, they ran that play almost to start the game, 15 yards from Ethan Surdock on the QB end around there. Since then, hasn't really done much with it. Gains of 1, -3, -4, 2, 10, 0, and 1. 2nd down and 8, 29-yard line of Olmsted Falls. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Flash and fake, throws it wide open, has his man, catches it down to the 10, and that was Mason Kucera wide open there. I don't know if a Bulldog fell down or what, but a good 19-yard pickup. Surdock to Kucera.
Well, Kucera was able to leak out on the backside, and he went down as he caught that ball, probably regretting that he went down now because if he would have caught that ball and kept running, he would have been in untouched for the touchdown, but he got himself tripped up. Good completion, good catch. Definitely was an opportunity to put points on the board there.
Oh, absolutely. If he could have stayed on his feet, he'd still be running. Surdock again. They're going to throw it. Throws it behind him. Dangerous pass there. Was looking for his tight end. And Ethan Surdock looked for a quick hit there, but really threw it to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, and it looked like they were all running slants there. None of them looked over to their left, and ball came in late and behind. Surdock threw that behind all of his intended targets.
Midview, 2nd down and 10 from the 11. So technically, Cole, they could still get another 1st down here. 3 wide receiver set, moving to tight end motion. Hands it off to McMahon. Yes, McMahon up the middle, about 2 yards.
Yeah, swallowed up by the Bulldogs defense there in the middle. Again, Midview still waiting for that big carry by McMahon. He's gotten a few yards here and there, but nothing has been a big carry. Nothing over 10 yards, I can tell you that for sure.
No, 7 carries on the night. Nothing over 5 yards. First carry is 5 since then. -1, 3, 1, 1, 2, and 2. And I might have been a little bit generous with a few of those 2s. All right, here we go. They're going to look to hand it off this time to the fullback. To the outside they go. Midview won't get the 1st down or the touchdown on this. It was actually a jet sweep, so that was Kucera on a sweep. Got down to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and that play probably could have worked better if they were a little quicker on that. I think they were a little bit slow to pull. Still were able to get some yards out of it. An opportunity here, still 4th and 4. They're in a good territory to be able to convert on this, but the last time they had a 4th and 4 was the first drive of the game. Again, Midview was not able to pick that up. So here they get a second chance in opponent's territory, only 5 yards out from the end zone. Still got 4 yards to get to that first down marker, though.
Going to reset it for you here. 4th down and 4 from the 5. So, again, they can get that first down. 27-0. Olmsted Falls leads it. You're listening to KeonSports.com. That's K-E-E on sports.com. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. It is opening night here in Olmsted Falls and high school football all over Ohio tonight. All right, here we go. 4th down and 4. Technically could still get that first down if they get to the 1. Surdock going shotgun formation. 2 wide top. He's going to throw it. Has his man. It's a jump ball. And it might have been picked off with a flag. Cole, all kinds of action out there right now. And what is your take on this one? They're going to say defensive pass interference. Cole, was it?
Yeah, there was a lot of contact before receiver got his hands on the ball. I definitely think that, the coaching staff won't like that one. But in a game where the Bulldogs are leading 27-0 already, you could definitely see the officials giving that one to Midview. But it did look like number 23, that would be Sam Munoz, looked like he was up into the receiver a little early, just by hair.
Absolutely. All right, that will reset it then. We're looking for the clock operator to reset as well. This should be first and goal from the 1, if I'm not mistaken. I keep looking over at the clock. It says 4th down and 4. Okay, I forget. High school's a little bit different, so it's not an automatic first down. It's just half the distance. Oh, all right. 4th and 2. High school rules.
Yeah, it's been a little while since you called a game. Had a little bit of time off. We're knocking off the rust, too, here.
I think a lot of people would have made that mistake, quite honestly. All right, 4th down and 2 from the 3. Surdock under center. Hands off to McMahon. Down goes McMahon. And Cole will get us another. It is
absolutely blown up, and that is Andrew Parkowski. He's known for being the fullback, but he came in and stuffed him up the middle. Big defensive play for Parkowski. And that's just as big as his touchdown runs he's had on the day.
Yep, keeps the shutout alive at 27-0. That is a big one. That stop by Parkowski brought to you by all of our fine sponsors. As you saw there at halftime and a few sprinkled in the first half as well. If you want to be a sponsor, we want to talk about you on air. As you know, now more than ever, high school football is streaming like we are here, audio streaming, I should say, broadcast style. More important than ever, as the student body, unfortunately, has been asked to stay home to listen to it. Here we go. Long way to go for the Bulldogs. Hands it off. I want to say that's Parkowski. I need some eagle eyes here, Cole. It looked like Andrew Parkowski up the middle. Got about 2 on the pickup.
Yeah, and down to 2 minutes here in the third quarter. I would assume we probably won't see them go the full distance unless we see a big play, but I would assume to still see them switch sides of the field and probably have to go all the way to the other end here in the next minute or so.
And sometimes in a 27-0 game, you see plays like that where someone just takes it all the way.
You do.
The teams lose by so much that it's kind of,
Exactly.
Not saying Midview's going to do that, but that was Fiskanich again, about 4. What a night he's had. I came in tonight. I've been covering the Bulldogs down Cole about 4 or 5 years already. I've known Coach Tom DeLuca quite some time.
Yep.
They always run that 3-back formation for years. It was Nick Howard, Jack Spellacy, and they would just kind of, input that 3rd back. Interesting tonight. Was very curious as to who that 3-back formation was, but there's no question about it now. It's Barkowski, Fiskanich, and Conti. And fans, want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. KeonSports.com. It is 3rd and 8 from about the 3-yard line of the Bulldogs. It's a pitch out. That's a dangerous one as he fumbles it. Midview will not be able to jump on it. Pinchak fumbled it there. Let's see what there was flags and everything else, Cole. Let's see what they say. As of now, it stands as about a 5-yard loss for Pinchak. And it wasn't, I don't think it was a flag, was it? Looked like it for a split second.
There was a flag down in the end zone. I'm not seeing anything from the officials. Looks like it was picked up. And now here on 4th down, the Bulldogs going to have to punt this one away. I would assume to see Midview try to bring some pressure here and get something to happen. But here at the end of the third quarter, they've got the Bulldogs backed up, and that's because the Bulldogs stopped Midview, but they couldn't get anything going with the offense.
If I was Midview, I'd send the house right now.
Absolutely.
Look at them trying to rush Barkowski out there as an extra blocker at the last second. And that will lead to another timeout, this one from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, with 36 seconds in the third quarter, still 90 points on the board, why not send the house, send the pressure, see if you can block the kick. You know, you've obviously got 2 returners back. They're keeping 2 guys back to try to field it. So definitely bring the house, see what you can make happen.
Absolutely. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel here. And approaching the 2-hour mark of this game. And, you know, it's interesting. We came in thinking 2 running offenses, you know, rainy weather. But for the most part, three quarters with a halftime show, 2 hours. Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You think, you know, too, it's I always feel bad, too, for the parents and the band. You know, kid practices all week. It's kind of a shame this year that the visiting team doesn't get to have their band here.
Yeah, it's disappointing and it's a shame. But glad that they are out here playing football and, you know, for the players, their hard work is being rewarded.
I agree. All right, here's a punt that doesn't go very far at all by Olmsted Falls. Will bounce all the way at the Midview 28. Excuse me, Olmsted Falls 28, where it's picked up and taken back to about the 12. And boy, was that weird looking. Cole, walk us through that. That was strange because that ball didn't move at all when it hit the ground.
Well, I can tell you what happened, and that was a shank off of the outside of the foot, you know, trying to hit that off the laces. But that one caught the outside of the cleat. So that's why it came off here to the press box side of the field. And then just in that sloppy, wet field, it just died in the mud there and was able to be picked up by Midview, and they were able to get some more yards out of it. And outstanding field position here as we got 25 seconds left in the third quarter.
I have to put this in.
Down to the 14-yard line.
Yep.
Looks like on the board it's showing the 13-yard line.
If Midview is going to score, it's right now. It's Surdock, shotgun, flanked by McMahon. He's going to roll out. Looking, throws it wide open, touchdown. And Midview finally gets in the end zone, far side here. 15. Nope, sorry. 22. And, yep, that's his man all night long. Brakovich, touchdown there.
Yeah, Joey Bratkovich able to pull that in and get the first points on the board. And for Midview, they got stuffed right near the goal line on that last drive. Quickly came back first offensive play after fielding that short punt and getting nice field position. They were able to finally put some points up on the board, and now out here for the extra point attempt.
And for the Midview listeners, they finally have something to celebrate tonight with their first touchdown of the night. Followed up promptly by a flag here on the extra point attempt. Going to move back this extra point attempt about 5 yards. 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Olmsted Falls 27, Midview 6. Joey Brakovich, one of the bright spots tonight for Midview.
Yeah, he has been. He was really the first quarter wide receiver, and then you saw Llewellyn. He was the guy who really stepped up, and then now here's Brakovich again getting the catch of the points on the board.
Yep. Midview snaps it. Hold is good. Kick is good. It is up. It is good. Extra point completed. Now 27-7.
Low line drive kick there, but it made it through the uprights, and the PAT was good, even after being backed up after the penalty.
As we said earlier, you know, again, the chances of Midview coming back to win this game still very slim to none. But, however, you always want good stuff on tape. No one wants to be shut out. And that's a lot of promise there that they were able to convert. Well, not a turnover, but a muff, kick, as we said, a shank punt, lack of better terms. Yep. And there you go. Take what you could get, put it in. They did. 27-7, 16 seconds to go, third quarter. You're listening to KeonSports.com. I am Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. Midview will now kick off. They are going from right to left. Olmsted Falls will receive. They are going from left to right. Rocco Connie back deep for the Bulldogs to try to receive this kick. And for only the second time all night, Midview kicks off. Connie's got it at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, out to the 23, and scoots up all the way ahead to about the 28. That was actually Ethan Williams.
Yeah, and Ethan Williams had been the returner for pretty much the whole game. He had muffed 2 punts, got pulled, and they put him back out there for the kick return, able to get some yardage there. And we got another Bulldog down. This is the second time. We're going to take an injury timeout here as we're coming down with 9 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Again, the Bulldogs lead the Middies 27-7. We'll be right back after this injury timeout here on Keon Sports.
And we are back here on KeonSports.com, 27-7, fresh off the first Midview touchdown of the game. Now let's see how the Bulldogs respond.
And Vince, probably the last play here before the fourth quarter change.
Yep. Sealick hands it off. He's actually going to keep it, I believe.
Yeah, he faked the handoff. Sealick took it, and
about 3 yards, and that will do it for the the third quarter. So that is how it will end tonight after 3 quarters, 27-7. 1 more quarter to go as the Bulldogs will go ahead and protect a 20-point lead with 12 minutes on the clock once we restart the game and begin the fourth quarter of action.
And that's going to end the third quarter of the score. Olmsted Falls 27, Midview 7.
Yeah, I want to take this moment to thank all of our fine sponsors tonight. A lot of people listening. If you want massive exposure for your company, we would love to talk about it right here on KeonSports.com. Email me, Vince McKee, at CoachVin14@yahoo.com. And Cole, it's been a fun night. So glad you're with me opening night here, but I got some bad news for you, bud.
What's that?
Looking over at the snack stand, it appears to be closed. No late night burgers or popcorn for us.
Yeah, they advertise get your burgers and your popcorn when going to the cars for the weather delay, but that looks like it is shut down right now. But again, that probably does have to do with the limited amount of fans out here. We do have to say, for the fans who did show up, they have made some good noise. You've heard them cheering a little bit, so nice to have some fans out here for the game. For those who haven't been able to come out here and got to listen to us, who are still listening right now, thank you for tuning in. So we got 1 more quarter here. We are excited to continue to bring you more action, and I know you and I are both excited for us. We'll be back here next week. Is that correct, Vince?
That is the schedule as it stands as we speak. Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. We will bring it to you next week. Olmsted Falls will host perennial powerhouse Avon. Right back here Friday night. Hopefully 7 o'clock start this time around.
Yeah. We'll see about how the weather cooperates.
Well, it is 2020. All right, here's Charlie Sealick. And he's going to keep it again. He's got all kinds of room here. Down the field he goes. And that's actually going to be, he's all 10-5, touchdown. All the way down the sidelines. He won a phenomenal run there. And I'm still looking for a number here, Cole. Help me out.
I think that's Rocco Connie, and he pitched that.
Yep. So last second pitch to Connie down the sideline. He went that far. I couldn't that all the way out there.
He tricked
Connie
you again.
Well, I stormed all the way down the field. 67 yards by Rocco Connie. Unbelievable. All 3 tailbacks touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, and that was another one where Sealick, he took it to the right-hand side. Defender was coming in, and he pitched it. He was taken to the ground, and Connie took it all the way to the end zone. That was a nice run and a big play coming out for the start of that fourth quarter. And now with the PAT attempt, looking to try to make it 34-7 are the Bulldogs.
Here's Canalba. Missed that first one. Has hit everyone since. Snap good. Hold good. Kick is up. splits the uprights. Now 34-7, 11:47 to go. Olmsted Falls leading it. And like I said, Selak bounced out, pitched out. Connie, the speedster, right down the sidelines he went. Olmsted Falls has it all tonight. They got their bruiser back in Parkowski. They have their finesse guy with the Scanage, and obviously they have their speedster when it comes to Rocco Conti.
That they do. They definitely have their guys picked out of who they're going to get the ball to, and they've done a good job of getting it to them, and they've been successful.
All 5 touchdowns on the night for the Bulldogs on the ground. As we said, 2 from Barkowski, 2 from Fiskanich, and 1 big one there, 67-yard strike from Rocco Conti. 11:47 to go. Olmsted Falls 34, Midview 7. You're listening to Keon Sports.
Drew Canavo will kick off for the Bulldogs.
So with a 27-point differential here with a little under 12 minutes to go, you'd have to believe the middies will come out throwing here. Olmsted Falls will kick off from their 40, going from right to left on the radio dial. And Midview left to right will be receiving. Here's Canava. Oh, over the head of the midi. He picks it up, 5, 10. Out about the 11-yard line. That was Kusira. Went right through his hands.
Wow, and that ball just died right there. The one he had to go back and get it. Not much room to work, and that is some rough field position for Midview to start on, especially with how well the Bulldogs defense has been crashing in on them in the backfield. So a big play there for the Bulldogs on special teams.
Out going the middies here. Looks like it's going to be about a 3 wide receiver set, actually 4 now. Single back formation from the shotgun. It is McMahon flanking Surdock. Snap, throws, slant, has his man about 6 yards up the field. And he gets about the 11. And there's Brakovich again for a gain of 6.
Yeah, Nick Hearn, the defensive back, quickly on the tackle there. Bradkovich had to reach out and pull that one in. Hearn was quickly closing on that ball.
Here come the middies. 2nd down and 4 from their 17. McMahon up the middle. Nope, Surdock's going to keep it. And about a 1-yard pickup will set up the 3rd and short for the middies here.
Christian Crosby. Okay, 34.
So some of the new rules here you'll notice, and this threw me off for a second, I'll be honest. The center holds the ball the whole time between snaps. Like usually they would set it down, he'd walk over it. He holds it.
Right.
Maybe he throws it incomplete pass there, and that'll be 4th down.
Incomplete. 4th down.
I have to believe that's COVID-19 related because I've never seen that before, Cole.
Yeah, I think that's what it is related to. But right there, Bryce Newton, the intended receiver, he tried to run with it before it got into his hands, and he dropped that one, and Midview now have to send it away. And you can tell with the score, Midview just trying to run their offense, trying to get some positive film on the tape. And but right there, the Bulldogs able to shut them down. And really, Newton was hearing footsteps there as the Bulldogs defense has been quick to close on the receivers.
Here's a punt. Olmsted Falls might have jumped, but there is no flag. Middies get the kickoff. Bulldogs receive at their 45 to the 50. Back over their side of the field, the 45, down to the 40, down to the 38 of the middies.
Jimmy Cooney, the wide receiver, the senior back there, was able to take that off the skip. And it's hard to tell how this ball is going to bounce. You know, we've seen it die a couple times. We've seen it roll. That time it went end over end and made it to Cooney. Cooney was able to pick it up and get some more yards off of it. But that has been something when the ball has hit the ground off of these returns. It has been unpredictable of how it's going to bounce or land.
Absolutely. And a little bit of color for you fans at home, too, as I continue to watch this. So with Midview, after they punted it, they had their own player come out, get the ball off the ground, and run it to the sidelines. A lot of interesting adjustments we're going to be seeing this year, Cole.
Yeah, it's different, and it's the way people are adapting around the game. We're seeing it in all the leagues, how everybody's playing. So, we're going to continue to notice these things as we continue to call these games, but it's different for us to see as well.
Absolutely. Here's the pitch. He's got Conti again. Bounces off a tackle at the 35, out to about the 33, down all the way down to the 30. Good first down pitch there to Conti.
Great footwork there from Conti, and good run as he bounced out to the outside, made a little move to his right to make some more space, get a couple more yards, and push forward. Really looked like it was going to turn into just a 6 or 7 yard gain. He was able to get another couple and move the chains.
Gain of 11 is the official marking there. Yeah, this is one last thing. I mean, that center breaks the snap, breaks the huddle with the ball. All right, here's Seelick. Hands off. This time it's up the middle of Barkowski. Oh, Vormelker in the game now. He gets stuffed. Clay Vormelker gets about a yard there. His first carry of the night.
Yeah, number 72, Nick Skolnicki, a couple other guys as well were in on the tackle there for Midview. They were quickly there, crashed down on the ball carrier.
9:33 to go. Olmsted Falls lead it 34-7, up by 27, if my math is correct here. So you figure even a field goal here would put up by 30 in the running clock. But
right.
I think Olmsted Falls wants to pound this one in again. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Man in motion. He's going to keep it to Seelick, and he's going to go down. Good pressure there by the Middies. Bursting right through for a sack on Seolick.
Number 58, Bryce Sanders, the defensive lineman, was the one to make it through. As you saw, Seolick, he went for the pump fake and then was trying to throw it, but that pump fake stalled enough time that Sanders was able to get into the backfield and take him to the ground.
Now 3rd down and 17 from the 35. 8:44 to go. Olmsted Falls 34. The Midview Middies 7. Here on opening night. Olmsted Falls breaks the huddle. Little pitch there.
Yeah, and you see the flag there on the far side, and I think that has to do with the wide receiver here on the outside. He lined up on the wrong side of the line. He quickly tried to jump back, but he was not set when the snap happened, and they're going to move this back. Looked like it was number 12, Gavin Moore, who was in.
He's listed on the roster as a backup quarterback.
Yes.
That's how I was like checking. I was trying to, it's a home jump.
In the punt, number 18, Drew Canava.
Drew Canava in the punt. And we had a lot of people in the chat room asking for the over-under on this game. If you only knew the over-under on how many times I've dropped my clipboard tonight, fans. All right, here we go. 34-7, 8:25 to go.
We'll set the over-under on your clipboard at 3.5. You're sitting at 3. We'll see if you do it one more time by the end of this game.
Next week, it ain't going over at all. Beautiful pump by Canava. Coughing corner. All the way down to the 3-yard line. Gorgeous. So that should give him a yard. 4-yard line. Beautiful punt there by Canava.
Yeah, that was a great punt right down there next to the end zone. Just snuck it out of bounds, and the officials, I think they were pretty good on their spot there, pretty accurate. I did think it crossed right there at the 4, but Midview backed up as they're trying to start this drive. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left to go. They're trying to put some more points on the board, but Olmsted Falls, for those just now tuning in, score is 34-7, and the Bulldogs have looked very strong from the second quarter on, that's for sure.
All right, here we go now. From the 4, Surdock rolls out again, throws it, undershoots his man. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that was Tyler Llewellyn.
Yeah, and sometimes what you see when somebody's backed up inside the 5, they oftentimes try to run it on that first down to try to clear some space. Midview really hasn't had success running the ball out the middle, so they decided to go with the pass. I mean, I think it's not the conventional thing you'd usually see. They try to usually get some more space with the quarterback, but Midview, I think, trying to play to their strengths, and it's been through the air today.
2nd down and 10. Here's Surdock. Looking for his man. Scrambles out. This might be a safety call. Nope. Finds him. 10, 15, 20, 24 out across the 25. Connor Awad there took a little something. 23-yard pickup and almost a safety.
Yeah, and Ethan Surdach's been pressured quite a bit today. He was scrambling for his life. He pump faked a little bit there. You saw the DB really bite on that and step forward. It looked like it was going to be a safety, but Surdach saw the bite, was able to toss it up there to number 7, Connor Awad. Awad able to pull it in and clear out some room for the middies.
3 wide receiver set. Single back is McMahon. Surdach rolls out. He's going to keep it. He's up to about the 29 where the Bulldogs take him down. Gain a 2 on the run for Surdach.
And the thing with Surdach is you can tell what he's going to run every time. He kind of moves a little bit to his right. Usually he's been going to his right and kind of moves right before the ball even gets into his hands. So you can tell he's about to go on the run. And the Bulldogs have been quick to get to that. But with McMahon blocking, he's gotten a little bit more space than McMahon has running the ball himself.
Say that again. Here's Surdach throwing it again to the sidelines. No good. A rollout toss there. And that was a Watt again. Sorry, Tyler Llewellyn on that pass. No good. And incomplete. Listening to KeonSports.com. That's KeonSports.com. Follow us on Twitter, sports_key. Again, on Twitter at sports_key. 7:07 to go here, 34-7. It's been all Olmsted Falls as Midview has a lot of room to go here on their own 29-yard line, 3rd and 8. Surdach drops back the pass, looking. Now he's going to take off with it to the 30, up to the 33-yard line, and that will set up a 4th down situation.
You know, Vince, I can say who the real MVP of this game is, and I can say that with 7 minutes left to go, and it's going to be whoever has to bleach those white jerseys of Midview because they are covered in mud after this field got soaked in rain today and it's gotten muddy out there. So whoever's got to bleach those white jerseys, they got a task ahead of them.
Unbelievable. Couldn't agree more. And you know, all joking aside, though, that defensive line tonight for Olmsted Falls has been very, very impressive.
Yes.
The kids up front just bursting through one play after another.
They've been tough in the trenches.
Absolutely. Beautiful punt there by Midview. Olmsted Falls receives it at their 40, bounces out to the 45, across the 50, down to about the Midview 48-yard line.
Well, and you know, offensive linemen specifically are the guys who really like to get some appreciation during broadcast because they don't get much love sometimes. You know, as they're sometimes referred to, the big hefties. You know, they're really pulling that duty to protect their other guys and really try to open up the line. And that's one of the biggest parts of football, 11v11 football, is the guys in the trenches. And Olmsted Falls, those guys are taking care of business tonight. And that offensive line, they definitely need a good meal tonight and a good rest because they have worked hard.
All right, here we go. 6:12 on the clock, 34-7. Olmsted Falls looking for that. I mean, this game's well in hand here, but if they could just put it completely out of reach, they want to. Here's a handoff. The Olmsted Falls Bulldogs, about 12 yards, and that's Pinchek getting in on the action.
With 6 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter, you see some of the backups, some of the other guys get some time here for Olmsted Falls. That was number 12, Gavin Moore. We mentioned him as a backup quarterback. We saw him line up at wide receiver out there once on that last drive. Now he is taking care of the duties at QB, and so that means that is the end of the night for Charlie Sielek, we would expect.
Yep. Fans, we're going to take that timeout with them. Again, it is 34 for Olmsted Falls, 7 for the Middies as we wind down this 4th quarter. Opening night, Ohio high school football is back. Welcome back to KeonSports.com. Vince McGee alongside Cole McDaniel here. 34-7, Olmsted Falls marching down the field as we speak. And as Cole said, starting to insert some of those backups into the offense right now. It's another pitch. 35-30, 25 out to about the 21. That is number 11. Pinchek again, getting some touches now. Nice little pickup there by Pinchek.
Yeah, we've seen Pinchek touch the ball another time. I remember him getting a pitch earlier in the game and was able to pick up some good yardage. He did it there. Another good carry, and you see the backups of Midview as well are on the field. So we got the reserves of both teams getting some time now, getting an opportunity to get their time on the field. They practice hard, and they're getting their opportunity for some game time with just under 6 minutes here to go.
All right, fumbled snap there, and down he goes. Gavin Moore just cannot get the hang of it there. Slipped through, and that will be now 2nd and long coming up.
That was one where Connor Awad, he's checked to the game at outside linebacker. He was quick to jump on that and quick to get to Gavin Moore there and take him down the ground.
Olmsted Falls reset up shop here. 2nd and 12 from the 24 of the Midview Middies. 5:20 to go. 34-7, Olmsted Falls leads it. Looking to salt away the clock right here. Moore pitches it. Number 10 has it. Out to about the 20, inside the 20 to about the 16. And that is actually Jack Quinlan on that run. Let's see how they mark it about officially 8 yards. I want to say on that pickup, which will give us a 3rd and short.
Gain of about 9 on the play. 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2 coming up for the Bulldogs from the 15 of the Middies. This is the point of the game when you're definitely checking that roster. As the backups slowly insert in. Hand off this time up the middle for the Bulldogs.
Nice push there from the offensive line. Looks like it's enough for the 1st down, and it is.
It was, and that was number 40. And that is Connor Burdett right up the middle. Gain of 4, good enough for that Bulldog 1st down. Resets the chains, resets the clocks. 4:20 to go in this one. It's been all Olmsted Falls. Midview capitalized on a very short field a few moments ago, but besides that, really only got across the 50 once on that drive there.
Right.
Actually, I misspoke. They actually got, I think on their first drive, they crossed the 50.
Yes.
Went 4 down, 4 down. And
correct. Yep. Very first drive of the game.
Here's a little pitch out. Oh, Midview blows it right up. Good pitch there. But Midview just stormed right through that line, taking down the Bulldog.
Yeah, and that was Connor Awad who came through and hit him so hard that his own helmet flew off. So Awad has to check out, and another player will check in. Looks like it is number 18, Preston Bodos.
Back to 16, 2nd and 15.
Olmsted Falls leads it 34-7. 3:25 left on the game clock here. Two wide receivers set. Solo back. Gavin Moore looking over the defense, calling out the signals here. Moore has it, hands it off, up the middle to go to the Bulldogs. And that's a Burkett again there, gain of about Connor Burdett there, about 2.
The interesting thing is we haven't really seen the wide receivers line up outside very much today, but as the backups have come in, it looks like they got a little less size up there. They're trying to open up some space, and the wide receivers have really been starting out wide before the snap.
3rd down and 12 now for Olmsted Falls from the Midview Midi 13-yard line, 2:40 to go on the clock. Gavin Moore looking over the defense. Definitely appreciating his playing time tonight. Pitches it out. Oh, man, Midview blew that up again. Leo knock on a jet sweep. And I'll tell you what, Midview knew exactly what was coming there. Just run right up that middle.
Yeah, and with those pitches, that's kind of what they needed earlier in the game is to get somebody sealing off the edge. Tyler Llewellyn, he was able to seal off the edge there, really level the ball carrier there. And now 4th and 19 for Olmsted Falls.
Minute 55 to go here. Olmsted Falls way out on top of this one. They're going to finish it off here. Gavin Moore will stay in the game. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Would have been about a 37-yard field goal. Motion again. Moore pitches it. Ooh. Fumble, but Olmsted Falls will fall on it. Looking for a number there, guys. That was Quinlan, but fumbled it, landed on it. And a minute 37 to go for Midview to try to get some points. Again, really for morale purposes only, I'd say.
Yeah, and it's an opportunity for their backups to come in and get some snaps. Their offensive guys haven't, from the backups, they really haven't got any snaps yet. So with a minute and 37 seconds, they got a little bit of time that they can try to work their way down the field, see if they can put some points on the board. But with this amount of time on the clock and how this game has been going, wouldn't be surprised to still see the final score end up at 34-7, what we're at right now.
Yeah, you would think. I want to thank everybody again for listening to us tonight. It's been Vince McKee alongside Cole McDaniel. The pleasure's been all mine, Cole. Thank you for joining me tonight. And looking forward to calling some more games with you this year. I mean, and again, I know I talked about the center holding the ball and all that good stuff. It looks like all the protocols are in place to make this work.
Yeah, I think so. And it seems like, it depends upon, we'll see what happens with the kids at school during the week. Because obviously, you're dealing with the high school kids and, you got governing bodies over all this. So we never know what will happen. But from our speculation, it looks like from what we're seeing out here for Friday night, it seems to all be working. Everything seems to be going well. So hopefully we can continue through the season and we can see this all the way through. That would be ideal. I know the fans and the listeners would love that. We would as well.
That'd be nice. I mean, we will be back here again right in the same stadium next week. Olmsted Falls hosting Avon in what is a gigantic early season tilt. All right, Midview with the ball here, 55 seconds to go. Snaps it. This time they're going to try to pass it. The throw is off. No good. And that is their backup quarterback in there as well. Number 2, let's give you a name.
Mark Reed.
Mark Reed it is. We'll roll out there for Mark Reed. Pass no good. Third down and 9. Like I said, the final minutes of some of these blowout games, it's a scorekeeper and an announcer's worst nightmare because you're checking every inch of that roster at the absolute last second. I don't know, though. We're sitting on 3 on that over-under on the clipboard bet for all you compulsive gamblers out there.
Well, we've got
right at a push right now.
47 seconds, and the clipboard was sliding, so we're still on the under, but we're waiting for it.
Midview snaps it. It's Reed. A lot of good 7-yard pickup there on the pass. Way out there, and this reflection is doing me no good tonight. Between the RPOs and the plays way out there. 7 yards, 28 seconds to go. Actually, measurement is about 5 yards on that pickup, 4th and 4. But Reed gets a completion in the scorebook. Good for him. 16 seconds to go, 34-7. 4th down and 4 for the Midview Middies. 3 wide receiver set for Reed. Drops back the pass. He's going to run it, and he's going to get about he broke 3 tackles and got the first down. Great run there by Mark Reed. And now flags galore with 0 seconds to go in the game. Referees throw a ton of flags. You see the Olmsted Falls coaches just throwing out their hands up like, you got to be kidding me.
Right, yeah.
Like, really?
Like the clock's at zeros.
We have to have the center hold the ball, but we're going to extend the game with needless flags at zeros. Let's see where we go with this one. I think you're going to mark it against Olmsted Falls. You have to be kidding me. I don't mean to laugh, fans, but come on. So personal foul called. 15-yard penalty, and as we all know, in any level of football, game or half cannot end on a defensive penalty. So maybe you get one more shot at it.
One more play.
Mark Reed and the Midview Middies will take it on the chin tonight, but hey, they get at least one more play to try something here. Might as well throw a Hail Mary. It is at the Bulldogs' 46-yard line. Reed will drop back. And that's McMahon. 34. That's Candela for 3. And that will do it for the night. Guys, before we cut you loose, I'm going to throw this over to Cole to give you the final score updates for the game. Who did what and how? Cole McDaniels. Take it away. McDaniel, take it away.
Yeah, so the first 2 touchdowns for Olmsted Falls both were Ryan Fiskanich. He took both of those, a pitch off to the right-hand side, a 6-yard TD, and then a 20-yard TD. After that first touchdown, there was a missed PAT, which made it 6-0. Then it was 13-0. And then Andrew Parkowski, the fullback, got the final score of the first half with a 6-yard touchdown run up the middle to make it 20-0. We went into halftime and came back out the same way we finished the first half. Parkowski with an easy 2-yard touchdown run up the middle to make it 27-0. And then Midview able to get on the board. Joey Bratkovich got a receiving touchdown from Surdock, made it 27-7. And then the last touchdown to make it 34-7 was Rocco Conti. He took a pitch 67 yards. So that pitch was what worked really well for Olmsted Falls, and they scored several touchdowns off of it tonight. And that was how it ended, 34-7 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Absolutely a tale of really 2 halves there. I mean, both times it was a dominant rushing attack for Olmsted Falls. Fiskanich getting a ton of carries in that first half, getting it done, making the most of his work. Andrew Parkowski turned it down a little bit there in the second half. And obviously, like you just said, Cole, Rocco Conti, one heck of a night. He's going to end up finishing with well over 100 yards. And, again, really a good bulk of that on 2 carries, one early in the night for 42, and then one later on for 67. I'm going to go ahead and close this out tonight. Cole, any last words for the crowd at home as we get ready for next week? We will be right back here as it's Avon at Olmsted Falls.
Last words are we're excited to be back. That's definitely been a long-awaited time. We've been talking about this all summer. We've been trying to see updates, what's going to happen. We're happy to be back, continue to bring you coverage. For those who listened in, thank you for listening to us. We hope you stick with us and continue to listen to more games throughout the season. And as long as there's games being played, we will find a way to continue to bring you coverage here on Keon Sports.
No doubt about it, my man. For Cole McDaniels, this has been Vince McKee. We wish everybody a safe week. We'll talk to you soon.